Batman thing in the back,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
but it shouldn't be addressed.
DC Comics has been through the ringer. They have been bounced around, tossed and turned, owned and sold more than many companies. And now that has happened again because Warner Brothers has announced alongside Netflix that Netflix has emerged as the primary purchaser of Warner Brothers, meaning that pending various governmental investigations, various lawsuits, probably Netflix is going to end up owning Warner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or sorry, dun dun.
Oh, I don't like that. Not a fan of that.
It is a bit ominous. To have the conversation with me today, of course, is Marco,
Celsius.
Tyler,
Guten Morgen. Why did I go German? Did we say German something before we started the show? No. Okay. All right. Well, hi, guys.
and I'm Sean. Thank you for being here. Whether you are live or in the future, make sure you smash that like button if you enjoy the show. Entertain me kicking us off right out the gate, starting hot by gifting 5 channel memberships.
Five. We got Nihal Mutupuru, Selman of Steel, R-rated superstar, Left Eye Lazy, and Big Demand Scotty.
Edge
Shout out.
himself. We're edging with the chats there. The rated R superstar.
I'm really
Right
glad
on the
Edge
cusp.
watched this. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm more of a Christian guy, but now that I know Edge watches, I think I'm an Edge head.
Hell yeah. But you guys know what happens when somebody gives channel memberships around these parts. It is the start of the month. Entertain me, kick this off right. So I'm going to shoot out 5 gifted channel memberships. We push them right back out.
Boom.
Man, shooting it out. Jeez.
We got Josh Howell photo, Canadian survivalist, Talib 1980 collects, The Turtle 1/100, and a Mark Howard. Congrats.
A lot of these names I don't recognize. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Aaron
Break
Ruiz is there. But other than that, those are some lurkers. So
Break lurk.
yeah, break lurk, say thank you. Enjoy the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our journey. 6,000 over 6,000 subscribers now. Feels great. Let's keep that ball rolling. Let's get to 7K. I want to say some hellos. I see Isaac Tracy in the chat. I see Neon Knight. Hello to you. Hard Nips
Yeah.
Gizzardo.
That sounds like the craziest like mafia gang member. Like, oh, Hard Nips Gizzardo's coming over. You know, like, you don't want to mess with him.
That's who should have starred in Criminal.
That is some name, brother. Wow. He says hello to digital comics, streaming shows, DC manga and anime, and theme parks. Goodbye to traditional comic books and movies. My favorite part about that whole thing there is that with a name that insane, he left a completely normal
Yeah.
on topic comment.
Yeah. Very rational.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, before we dive into the main topic, Amin Perez points out, what the hell is this image? So, for those of you who can't see this bizarre picture, Tyler has the Women of K-pop, the Netflix K-pop girls.
The Demon Hunter. They're called Huntrix, Sean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez, come on.
Well, I assume the main one, she's got the most, serious face. Rumi, my apologies. She is in the Bane position, breaking the back of the bat. So
it's my artistic representation of what could potentially happen with Netflix buying DC Comics, technically. So,
right, wow, that is a striking image. Neon Knight says, "Imagine a Hard Nips Gizzardo origin story. Imagine us getting demonetized saying that phrase multiple times."
You know what? That might be the first origin story I do.
That you might need to,
or not the first. I've done a couple.
Madness says you three should cosplay as them. Yeah, picture me with pink hair.
Oh,
Or the
Amira for
guy.
sure. Amira for
I can
sure.
see it.
No, I don't watch K-pop Demon Hunters, Marv Johnny.
It's pretty
I
good, dude.
watch. It might be, but I'm too busy watching Diddy documentaries. All right.
Whoa! Oh, the 50 one.
Yeah, the 50 Diddy. See, they really messed up though, because they should have called it Diddy Do It. I'm really disappointed that they didn't go with that.
That's insane.
It was there.
Maybe did he do it? Puts too much question on whether or not he did it, and there is no question about it.
There.
Yeah, true.
Reasonable. I also want to make mention of the fact that we do have the goal up in the chat. You guys know we play the GOAT game. If we reach 10 super chats of $5 or more, $10 super chats will trigger a wheel spin, and I'm a thirsty boy. So
As Marco's
let's-
drinking.
well, some of us live by rules, some of us break them. Not that we're not allowed to drink water outside of wheel spins. But anyway, let's get into the topic. Enough of you are here. Thank you all for being here. You showed up early for us. Netflix has emerged as the winner of the Warner Brothers bidding war that feels like everybody was involved in, everybody was watching to see what would occur. You had NBC Universal involved, you had Paramount, who apparently is trying to somehow stay in the mix, even though Warner has decided they want to be purchased by Netflix.
Little sour grapes there.
Right.
Hmm.
There are a lot of things that could be said about this merger possibility or whatever. We're not the podcast, we're not the stream to dive into all of the intricacies. We're really going to focus on the DC Netflix, the comic book part of this, for as much as we can. Obviously, I'm sure there will be comments made about the larger thing, but that's really what I'm personally interested in. I think, just to get it out the way, I guess, from a film standpoint, from like a Netflix DC film standpoint, there are lots of reasons to potentially be worried.
Yeah.
The release window stuff that Netflix wants to shorten. We don't necessarily know how they feel about DC films. Do they want there to be Netflix exclusive films? How does that impact James Gunn's strategy? There's a lot of that's going to be up in there. We just don't know.
Yeah, right now I think Ted Sarandos pretty much said, "Oh, it's a business as usual," which is what you say as you're smiling very, very hardly, trying to make sure this deal goes through. Anything said in this stage, bullshit. That's what I say. It's going to be the most milk toast responses to everything until the purchase is finalized, potentially Q3 of next year.
Yeah, exactly. 12 to 18 months from now.
Yeah.
Right. So, there's so much up in the air. It is sort of scary. Oh, what are we laughing at?
I'm looking at so Pete Collins here about Pack Illustration in the chat says, "Gang, if we get to the goal and cross 100 likes, I'll draw the pals as K-pop Demon Hunters."
Oh my God.
I want to be Mira if that's the case. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Pete, if you want to do that, I'm not going to stop you. You're the one with talent. But I got to tell you right now, brother, you're going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting to make me look the way I want to look in this scenario.
You got to be Rumi though, Sean, the purple hair, the one breaking Batman's back.
I see it. I see it more than the other two at least. But Pete, you're going to have to put some English on it, brother. You're going to have to really bring it. I need to see how you're going to make black and pink work.
No, K-pop, not English. Korean, actually.
That's
And Blackpink is K-pop though.
It is. It is.
Black and look, the pink and black attack. I'm all about Bret Hart, but I need to see this. I need to see how this is going to work. So hit the like button. We got to hit the goal in the chat. We have to get the 10 out of 10 super chats so we can play the GOAT game. But then the other benefit is you guys will get to see us as K-pop Demon Hunters. So what can we do to get them to watch the movie, says Marv Johnny. Dude, I need some comics bucks, because why would I watch a K-pop movie, man?
It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. The music
it's
is
it's a
so
show,
catchy.
right?
No, it's a movie. It's just one done movie. Yeah.
One done.
It's similar to the style of like, yeah, no, it's just I recommend it. It's good.
All right, but I'm watching Stranger Things.
It's only 5 episodes.
Yes, exactly.
Gotta work my way through that first.
Yeah.
All right, all
Hey,
right.
Tracy dropping a 5 spot. What do you think of the potential of animated DC projects in the future, and do you think Max folds into Netflix in the future?
Animated DC. Netflix likes their younger animated TV shows. There's a spot there. Whether or not, if this goes through, they decide to do some like not YA, but like kids animation for their section. That could definitely be something. I mean, a Batman show works. It's proven. Whether or not Max folds into Netflix in the future, they're gonna want to keep the HBO brand. I don't think they give a shit about the Max brand. Warner is a name and HBO is a name.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting because I read an article that this is all conjecture, but I read an article that was saying that Netflix is likely to kill Mac or HBO, the channel, because Netflix sees cable as competition and it wouldn't want to keep that around.
And what the purchase is right now is for the streaming rights and platform. So before the purchase can go through, Warner Discovery needs to do another split and split off their Discovery shows, TNT, TBS, and CNN. Traditional TV is getting split off of Warner Brothers and some other company. I don't know if there's a name for it yet, because Netflix doesn't give a shit about that. So they don't want that part, which is why the purchase is a little interesting, because Paramount wanted it all. So that was a cleaner thing, but they still went with this one. So Netflix really brought the cash.
They got that money.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's not an organization thing of just like organizing the debt. Because I can imagine legacy media compared to their digital distribution is going to be different. Keep those kind of like flows of money separate.
And to the Max part, they claim that Max is going to stick around, but again, I think you can sort of throw out anything that's said until the actual acquisition occurs.
It survived like 3 different iterations already. So
I mean,
Right.
it could
it's
be
a
like
cockroach.
it could be a Hulu Disney Plus situation, where they just do bundles.
Yeah. Neon Knight with the 4.99 says, "Let's get this started. Hit that like button." I appreciate you, brother. Neon Knight, we were talking about like our favorite community members just joshing last week. Neon Knight is definitely one of mine, and I'm pretty sure it was you who had Tool in your maybe it was Apple Music Wrapped on our Discord server, and if it was you, dude, that is exactly where I live at. So we are a kindred spirit right there. Adam Smith says, "In this discussion is why the antitrust officials will get involved."
I mean, they were going to get involved if Paramount bought them or if Netflix bought them. Netflix, because of the streaming things, it's a potential for a streaming monopoly. If Paramount had bought them, it would have been a movie studio monopoly. So,
and really, like the monopoly stuff, they've been losing these arguments left and right over the past few years. So,
well, I think there is some worry to be had for Netflix's purchase of Warner in an antitrust sense.
I'm not saying it's not worth worrying about. I'm saying that from a legal perspective, there have been more losses where they've sustained the larger org than they've broken up.
Well, I think there's legal challenges because of Paramount's connection to government, and they're super pissed off about this.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, Marco, do you like the Rush Hour movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so does Donald Trump, and he got them to make a new one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so he's Donald Trump's really close friends with the Ellisons, who is it Tracy Ellison, who owns Oracle, but his son David Ellison owns Paramount. and he's pretty much been in the ear of them this whole administration. So they have pull governmentally, where I think there might be some complications for this Netflix purchase.
Yo, these fake trailers almost got me again. I'm like, they already got a trailer out.
Yo, stop with the fake trailers, Marco. Jeez.
I was about
Dude,
to
are you
share the
57 years old, bro?
If it wasn't for Google AI being like, "Oh, this is a fan made trailer," I would have been like, "It's out, dude! It's crazy."
It's Larry Ellison. Did I get? I got Tracy Ellis Ross and Larry Ellison mixed up.
Michael DeFont has been a Comics Pals VI Pal member for 9 months. Thank you, brother. Says, good morning, hosts and chat. I hope everyone is doing well. If you are not, I hope things get better for you and good things come your way. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for that message. It's a really kind and thoughtful message. And I want to piggyback on that and just quickly say, holiday season, things get tough for people right now. And just really, really guard your mental health. Really take care of yourself. Really prioritize yourself. You matter so much. If you need to talk to somebody, I know this is a little forward, but like my DMs are open. Take care of yourself. If you have no one else, you have us. Please, please, please guard yourself. J-Dub says he's been a member for 21 months. Wow, that's so incredible. 21 great months with the pals. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Is that as long as we've done memberships?
Gosh,
Oh, that's
maybe.
almost 2 years. Yeah, it could
Almost. Yeah, I think
Maybe.
we would have launched probably in January though, so it might be like just shy of it. But
be. Yeah.
All right, so let's dig into the comic side of this. I think, there are considerations, right? So first of all, you have to acknowledge the fact that because Superman just came out as a film, and it did well, and James Gunn has been a very forward spokesperson for the DC brand in the film side of things. He's a very marketable person. He's a very passionate person. I think Netflix would see something like that and go, wow, that's really great. And I think that extends to the comics because James Gunn's relationship with comics is positive. So I don't think DC Comics needs someone to guard it, but I think James Gunn being so comics focused and pro is a boon for the comic side of things. So that's my first point.
in terms of like Netflix buying Warner Brothers, James Gunn's already doing a good thing, and he likes the comics.
Right.
Okay.
So, like,
So
leave it alone.
there's positives in that aspect. I think that's sure. I think, I mean, honestly, part of this, like based on like all of the press releases and stuff, outside of it as IP, I don't think I've seen DC Comics mentioned.
No.
Mm-mm.
And I'm wondering if Netflix knows they own it.
I think it's still an afterthought. Like these are the bigger parts of those organizations coming into play. You have your news stuff, you have your legacy entertainment channels. Like that's what's probably the biggest focus for these guys because that's where the biggest cash flow is.
Right.
So for DC Comics, like I'm sure it's there, but it's there next to and you have these rental units and this property. Those they're line items at this point because of the scale in comparison to the other things that they care about.
Yeah.
So, like I think that the comics are going to fly under the radar for a while. Netflix has in the past had collaborations with DC. They do the Stranger Things comic, I think, with Dark Horse.
Dark
So,
Horse
like,
has a connection, yeah.
so I don't know quite yet that there's going to be a straight line because even that has to go through things first. I think comics and the TV stuff and the movie stuff is safe for at least another 2-3 years.
No, I love comics being safe for another 2-3 years. Let's staunch the wound.
Just pack it up tight.
Well, AT&T did damage to DC.
Yeah.
And I don't think Netflix will be harmed. I like out the gate, I don't think Netflix will be harmful
Yeah.
for DC. I think that there are actually opportunities for them to look at DC because yes, Tyler's right. Like they haven't been mentioned at all. DC is borderline a rounding error. They're not that big of a deal in the grander scheme of all these billion-dollar decisions and companies and everything else. But once things settle in, somebody
Yeah.
is going to be in charge of looking at DC and saying, "Hey, well, we own it. What can we do with it?" And there's potential for that to be a very good thing because Netflix is in so many homes. And what if they look at it and say, hey, maybe we can make an integration? This is my first thought. Maybe there's an integration with the DC Comics app and getting that visible to Netflix viewers.
Yeah.
Just another tab, like
Yeah.
Netflix games.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, which could kill the DC Universe app. I think. Keep an eye out on that. But yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. Netflix is a streaming. They always say they're a technology company first, right? So let's take them by their word and talk about the technology of it all. They love streaming. If there is they are buying another streaming platform. It just happens to be comics streaming ish, you know. So I can definitely see some kind of integration there, especially if there's like a DC tab in the Netflix app that is almost then like the original DC universe. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, here's
right.
TV, here's the movies, here's the comics. I think that could be a really, really interesting thing because then people have Netflix. They just, like it is almost like you have gas, you got water, you got Netflix. So it would be in a lot more homes if that's the case, and I think that could potentially be a good thing. I do think Netflix doesn't care much for physical media.
Mm.
And I think that could be an issue on the comic side.
They don't care for physical media, and so therefore on the comic side, they'd rather prioritize the app long term. But
I don't, they don't care about physical media, so I don't know if they want to get into the business of
sure,
being a comic book publisher. Yeah.
yeah, but still, you hire the person to do that, right? Like that's already a set business. I just hire the person that I need to report back to me on the numbers, on what I can potentially do to help, and also when it comes time to hold somebody accountable.
Right. Like there's no like DC exists. It wouldn't
Right.
it's not creating a new company. DC is a company that exists and can do what it's been doing. That would be more of a question of like Netflix saying, fuck DC physical comics. We're getting rid of it just because. And that feels like needless. Um, I think it's more likely that they would try to figure out ways to utilize what they now have
Right.
versus getting rid of it because why? Especially again, I go back to the success of Superman and the power of these properties. And the biggest reason why I don't think they would get rid of the comics is because Disney hasn't. Marvel Studios and Marvel Comics, I think in the minds of people who don't necessarily care about comics, it's like, oh well, you need these to get this. That's all.
There is a world though where Netflix can say, "Hey, we just want the IPs. Somebody else, we can license out the publishing."
Sure.
Almost be like what Marvel was before the Disney buyout. You know what I mean? Or no, that's a bad analogy, but like they can have the movie rights and all that stuff still without having to do the comics if they really wanted to, because they could license that out or at least spin that out into its own thing. The only thing is like if they want to have the rights for the comics for the streaming, then either weird, complex kind of contract needs to be made, or they should just keep it and just do this really, really small thing.
Entertain me with the 5 spot. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that so much. With Netflix owning DC, you think they will stop having AEW characters in the comics and put WWE instead, since it has a contract with WWE?
I think that's more of a long-term thing.
Yeah.
Because they still don't. TKO owns WWE, and Warner doesn't own AEW, so Netflix won't be owning any kind of wrestling company. So it's still partnerships. And where the streaming rights land for AEW is kind of a question.
Speaking of, potential wins, I think you have to call this whole situation a win for fucking Zack Snyder, dude. Come on. Zack
We're
Snyder,
going there.
Snyder Bros, dude. I am going right there. Listen, I am not a Snyder bro, but I am a Snyder brother in the sense that I am a big fan of Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. And now he wanted to make a Superman movie. And guess what? Netflix said, all right, Mr. Snyder, we'll go ahead and purchase DC or Warner for you so you can go make your
God
Superman.
damn it, Sean.
I can't wait for Zack Snyder to get his mitts on DC and finish what he started with the Snyderverse. Let's go. Snyder Brothers, rise up.
I wonder
Rise.
how good did Rebel Moon do for Netflix?
Probably not. Very good.
Well,
Probably bad.
maybe James Gunn can find his director for The Authority finally.
Yes, please.
Honestly, I think
Please.
that might be a match. Just don't give him the reins. Give him a movie, sure. I think he's one of the few auteurs out there still. It ain't my jam, but
Atomic Hound dropping a huge bomb on us. Thank you so much for the $49.99. That is incredible. I really, really appreciate
thank
it.
you.
He says, GOAT game nominee, Bud and Lou, as in Harley's Jackals. If Marco can sell that, I will set my alarm to yell Celsius every morning. Thanks for the great work, pals. In a crazy-ass world, we need communities like this to keep us grounded. You are so, so right. More right than you know.
Are you not yelling Celsius every morning? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that wasn't a thing that was happening for every individual.
He's popping up out of bed, Undertaker style, and just screaming it like when
Celsius!
when Kevin McAllister's mom realized she left him.
Can you imagine Marco waking up next to his girlfriend every morning at 5 a.m. or whatever ungodly hour Marco
don't
gets
wanna
up and
imagine
just
that's-
yelling at the top of his lungs, Celsius?
I imagine there's a lot of Marco just talking very loudly early in the mornings in that household.
No, I'm especially extra quiet. You know, I like
Bullshit.
squeak the door, trying to close it.
Bullshit, Marco.
Very cautious.
You're like a fucking a rhino in a china shop, not a bull.
A straight up rhino.
Yeah. Hound, I will add. You tell me. Do you want Bud and Lou as a single one for the GOAT game, or should they be separate ones?
They got to be together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I do want to
package
add.
deal.
That made me want to add Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. What Thor's actual goats? Because that's funny.
That is
Oh, that'd be good.
I
Can't sell
wanted to read a comment. Oh, Clayton Bergstrom says, Sean, I will not let you rage bait me. Dude,
You are a Snyder guy.
I do. Yeah, like I love the Watchmen movie. I think it's fantastic. I thought Sucker Punch was really good. Aaron Ruiz. I'm not playing with you. I really liked Zack Snyder's Justice League. I sat and watched that 4-hour movie 2 times, back to back, one day and then another day. I loved it. I'm not playing.
And I'm not a fan of those movies. I think they're actively bad. Watchmen, fine. Like, dude, just that's like a 1-to-1 right there. All right, show your work. But I'm okay with giving him a movie in James Gunn's DC universe. He's got style, whether it's your jam or not. And B, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yo, maybe the Swamp Thing movie happens for real now. Like there's so much positive potential in all of this to make things happen.
Hell yeah. MP with the 10 spot. Thank you so much. Where I can see Netflix using comics is as part of the bigger strategy for DC IP as a whole. Movies and television, games, parks, merch, as well as comics as part of one strategy to pull customers fully into DC IP. I completely agree. I think DC as a whole, comics is a part of that. I don't think they're going to look at this. I think, look, if AT&T kept the comics, Netflix is keeping the comics.
Yeah.
I think if any company was to say fuck comics, it would have been AT&T. And while they hurt the business of comics on DC's end, they didn't kill it. And so I'm confident Netflix will keep that. And like MP says, use it as a part of an overall strategy, which makes sense because you own all of these very valuable IP.
And to that, he had a message earlier that I don't know if we got, but ways Netflix could bring in new comic book readers to that
Sure.
effect.
Yeah.
That's the goal is to create a pipeline, and for me, that means you start within the animation space, like has been previously mentioned, to start a flow, a workflow similar to what anime does. Now you have this company that understands that with something like a K-pop Demon Hunters. We need to build some sort of familiarity and popularity with things that are currently hot.
Yeah, the actual comic side of things, I'm honestly not too worried about in this situation. I think being able to see a Man of Tomorrow outside of 2 weeks might be a little tricky. I think the movie side of things and like the movie distribution is a problem,
Yeah.
especially for these DC movies. Did you know like when Frankenstein came out, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, great movie by the way. When that came out, it did not go to AMC theaters because Netflix don't fuck with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's bad, like that's a majority of the markets for people. So distribution for these DC characters for movies going forward is a little scary. And how does it become, like Superman's hype was like a month long while that movie was out. People were going to, multiple screenings. I feel like with Netflix, the cultural moments are so flash in the pan that I worry in terms of the movie side of things of DC Comics.
So your concern there is that there won't be a priority on releasing them in theaters, and that
They've said it even after the purchase. Like out of all the things to be like Sarandos was essentially like, yeah, we like the 2 week window.
it's only there for 2 weeks and
It's
then it comes
only in
back.
theaters for 2 weeks and then it goes right to Netflix.
Damn, but see, I as somebody who doesn't necessarily like to go, or for me the experience of going to the theater isn't as valuable. That is a plus to me. I'm glad that I can catch up while the heat around that movie is still there and I can participate in the conversation.
It's okay to be wrong though.
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I think uh having access to movies that do generate as much money as they do in theaters, it'll be interesting to see if Netflix changes their tune at all.
Hmm.
Because you would have been leaving an incredible amount of money on the table
Yeah.
to not put Superman in AMC theaters. And so I would be surprised by that choice.
Did,
But again, there are so many things that are still up in the air. This is a deal that is years away, but it is a concern.
did you see what Disney Marvel did? What they announced? Like within like an hour of this announcement?
No.
The Avengers Endgame is going back to theaters, yeah,
Yeah.
in September of 26. But
In the trailer they used though was the audio was that viral video of people freaking out for the Endgame thing in the theater.
Oh.
So it felt very much like, hey, here's a theater experience right as our competitors were minimizing theaters.
To remind you.
Yeah.
uh it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But another we talked about I mentioned I think Zack Snyder and Snyder Brothers are winners in this whole deal. I think Mark Miller is emerging as a loser in this deal.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Netflix
Yeah.
purchased Millar World for $25 million, and I'm gonna hazard a guess that they haven't generated back even like 5% of that.
Yikes.
Which is harsh, but uh I think that now that DC is moving in, Miller World might be moving out. They haven't really produced a ton of stuff of his
No.
through Netflix. What they produced didn't end up being particularly good or didn't catch people culturally. And I think Netflix has kind of hit the slow button on producing some of those properties in the
Yeah.
future. And the comics arm of things, they just sort of let Dark Horse produce those babies. They didn't even build their own comics publishing arm.
They don't have to. If that pipeline already exists, let's just tap into it. And now with this purchase, this is a way to tap into it with a publisher that has more sway than
Yeah.
ever in in the industry, specifically in the direct market. This is one of those moments where, we've joked about, oh, Amazon just needs to inject money into the comic book system. Like, if there is if there is a want to further support the comic space, and I think that there is, because of something like Miller World that happened, years ago. It was a dipping of the toe, a project that for them didn't generate the return that they might have expected for sure, but I think it was a lesson. And I think that that lesson, now that they have proper backing, are working to own this, that could probably funnel down as a like pet project that somebody with the organizational skill of a Marie Javins can execute on.
What do you think the lesson is?
I think the lesson is, uh, as much as you work with the creator, you also have to, I think, work within the bounds of familiarized distribution. So Miller World was, obviously Miller's own thing, and that was the property. But now I think you have, by way of DC proper, that has a bit more legacy in the market, so you can distribute directly through there a DC Stranger Things book, or a for me, Vertigo makes a lot of sense. If you have Vertigo now to be a Netflix series, I can see that pipeline immediately.
Like
Dude,
Sandman.
Yeah, like Sandman, exactly.
I go even deeper. Like I'm looking forward to because now they own, they own Warner, it's Netflix. I'm looking for the Gotham Sopranos crossover.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of crime in Jersey that Batman needs to
Is-
deal with.
Isn't Gotham technically Jersey?
It is, yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Like, because
Technically.
Metropolis is New York, right? And then
No,
No,
Metropolis is
I feel Gotham is New York. I don't think
no.
Gotham is Jersey.
I think I think somebody has expressly said it's supposed to
It's
be symbolic of Jersey.
Newark, right? Did I read Newark or something like that?
I've heard of that.
Chat, what's the Carfax on that, please? The comics facts. I struggle with that. Adam Smith says it doesn't have to be an either or. Netflix can release a big DC movie into the theater and use their streaming service to release a prologue or epilogue miniseries to complement it. That's an interesting idea. There are potential innovations, right? Like Netflix has done things through their streaming service that are fun and interesting. I think about the Bandersnatch,
Yeah.
Oh,
Black Mirror thing.
yeah.
Which isn't even on their platform anymore.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting, but true. So yeah, like I think there are possibilities that could make this not a bad thing. It's just so hard to see through to that place right now just because of Netflix's habits when it comes to film specifically.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I feel like Netflix has borderline been like it's weird because they make movies, but I almost feel like they're anti-movie, or maybe that's just the way I think about movies, the movie theater experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because for me, this is all positive.
Right.
Yeah.
Well-
If this lands in my living room quicker, sick.
Well, for a lot of the Directors Guild and the Screen and the Writers
Yeah,
Guild,
yeah.
they are not about this fucking shit.
Yeah.
So if the
yeah.
creatives behind it see a problem with it, then I see a problem with it.
Right. That's kind of where I come down on it as
yeah.
well. Like it negatively affects the way I enjoy experiencing films the most, but then it also seems to be a problem for the people who make the movies that I enjoy.
Yeah, there's a risk, and this is what's been stated about the Writers Guild, of significant. If you're taking all of this, Warner Brothers, a traditional Hollywood studio, and giving it to Netflix, and all of that is controlled for Netflix, and there's a lot less pieces of pie there for writers. So there's going to be job loss and harder to get jobs going forward. And directors are having a problem with it because of the distribution, which Christopher Nolan's the head of the Directors Guild, right?
I don't know.
So I think he will be having a conversation with these guys, and he does not fuck with Netflix.
Not at all. Matt Fisher with the $9.99 says, at a wedding in Pennsylvania, I must be quick. I know that it's the age we live in, but comics should be separate from movie companies. Leave them alone. Hey, Salamonster. One thing I can promise you, Matt Fisher, is that it is more likely that I will be at the wedding you're at than Salamonster is here listening to this right now. That being said, I hear you. Comics haven't been separate from or DC hasn't been separate from a movie company in a very, 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 very long time. In fact, I don't know how old you are, Matt, but it's likely that you were not alive the last time DC wasn't owned by a movie company.
Hmm.
Common Sense with the 199 says Netflix, where is the Goon animated movie?
Ooh.
I don't know if they don't have the full rights to Dark Horse stuff. So
Yeah, I don't think it works that way.
yeah,
That's working up. You're punching up as
yeah.
as the Goon creators there.
Bonjiro is asking if we understand Spanish. Yes, we do. We are everybody on this screen, despite the fact that it is not obvious. Everybody whose face you see on the screen right now is Spanish. Yet Marco's the only one who's obviously Spanish.
I don't know. My mustache is pretty much doing a self-report right now.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true.
Like I'm afraid I might get a knock on the door soon.
He
And
says
okay, Banji.
he says Netflix can make more animated project of DC Comics, right? Yeah, theoretically they can do that if and when this goes through. CW Gordon, that is just disgusting. He says, "What you mean? I've seen loads of animated Goon movies."
That's
Never
crazy.
capitalize the word loads. That is a load I'm refusing.
That's
Gross.
nuts. But yeah, no, they can order additional animated properties. And that could be a really good thing. There is obviously the absolute of it all. And Netflix could push for that. And I think that's a space where Netflix, they know how to make these shows work. I don't think that's
Sure.
deniable. They have really, really, really done a great job of making some of their shows pop, and they feel like moments. Stranger Things. Like, think about how many shows in the streaming era have risen above just something you watch and dispose of and been like, we talk about this.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is one of those shows, and that is Netflix's jewel. They're gonna need a new jewel.
Most of them are Netflix. You got your Squid Games. You got your Wednesday. Wednesday's huge.
Oh, love that show.
One Piece. That's Netflix.
Hype. And are they doing the animated remake?
Oh, good question. Yeah, it's a good question, Marco. But yeah, there's a lot, like, in terms of like the streaming company that gets the most play culturally is Netflix. A lot of it ain't for me. I'm more of an HBO guy. But in terms of like the general audience, yeah, Netflix is fucking huge.
Netflix has been cracking down on those shared accounts.
Oh, dude, I can't. Yeah. I might have sailed the seven seas for Stranger Things.
Dude, I have to have a conversation with my dad because we can't access it anymore. I pay it, and I'm like, hold on a second. If I'm not getting the
you're
benefit,
paying it now. You're the
and it's
household.
bugged
and it's
out.
under your household. Hold on a second. If you're watching live, sorry, we'll talk about this later.
Oh shit.
Not that we need to have a talk later conversation. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Patrick Zay says Studio Wit is made doing the remake. Okay, so not Netflix.
Thank you, by the way, to the over 120 of you that are here live with us. Thank you. Really appreciate that. A lot of people interested in this topic, apparently. And yeah, a lot of you are sharing the great Netflix shows and things that have come out. And I think it's important to remember as we have this conversation, Netflix ain't no joke, right?
Yeah.
This isn't a Discovery situation, where all they produce is 90 Day Fiance. Netflix has some hits.
Hey now.
I'm not saying that. I'm not even making a comment on the quality of that show, but like it's not scripted,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just saying, let's not throw shade on the show. I'm on trajectory to being on, so
that's a great dude. Hold on. If you got on 90 Day Fiance, think about the views, right? Think about the subscribers.
Oh, you want the Discovery bump? That would be a hilarious.
I want to be discovered. Yes, I want us to be discovered. Imagine they add in clips of the show. You Tyler, on this podcast, and we're on there, bro. That could be amazing.
All right, I'll do what needs to be done.
Hey man, make it work, dude.
Apply, dude. I
Well,
have a
you
friend.
can't apply. I gotta find a woman in another country first. Jeez.
Apply for a woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's what he meant.
No.
Why not? That's how it works. You go.
No. I need to get catfished online first. I need to do this the natural way.
Dude, sign up.
RussianBrides.com.
Ooh, that's a website? No, that's.
I made that up.
I think it's a .net actually.
Don't go there. You'll get a virus probably. Don't do it, Mark. Oh my God. I once went to a website called oh, you know what I did? I went to kurtangle.com.
Okay.
And my computer warned me that I was going to get a virus.
Oh, it was
like
WWE
kurtangle.com. I was going to get a virus.
Security breach. You're like, clear.
Yeah, sure.
Mad Max Pliskin, hey, dude, $4.99. He says, I miss the theater experience. Streaming services are spreading the talent and creativity pool thin and producing mediocre products.
I agree. I think in a world where Warner Brothers had a huge year this year in terms of films, they were on like a 5-movie streak in terms of like breaking a certain money threshold. And also in a year where like Ryan Coogler put out an actual video explaining all the different ways you can see Sinners in different formats and all that, and what's the best format for whatever. That I feel is at risk with this purchase.
We can all say there's at least one Netflix show we have enjoyed thoroughly. That's been really hot. On the movie side of things, off the top of my head, most of the movies I've seen that were Netflix originals, I didn't care that much for. Like, they were fine. Extraction is the one that comes to mind with Chris Hemsworth. And that was okay. It was an okay action movie.
Roma was very good. I loved that one.
Roma?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Oscars contender. Yeah, I like K-pop Demon Hunters. I liked Frankenstein. So there are some out there, but it doesn't. Its movie theater experience is only there to be able to be nominated for awards.
Yeah.
Heroes asks, is there even a K-pop Demon Hunters comic? If not, that feels like a missed opportunity to me. I got to imagine that is coming. I imagine that every comics publisher wishes they could publish that. That brand is massive right now. So
I think if they really wanted to, Netflix can probably even make like an imprint at DC Comics, like a Netflix branded comic for Stranger Things.
Yeah.
For K-pop Demon Hunters, for Wednesday, like they're like an Addams Family originally a comic. So there's a weird lineage there that kind of circles back around. So I think that's a potential. I feel like that's very blue sky best case scenario where it's like when Disney bought Fox and now we have the Predator books, we have the Alien books. Could Netflix do something like that? I think that is a clear example of what they can do. And I think a K-pop Demon Hunters comic would fucking kill.
100%.
Luna says theaters are why we have live action Disney movies. No, Disney is why we have live action Disney movies.
No,
money,
it's
copyright. My conspiracy theory, I guess, is that they do it in order to retain the rights to those.
I don't think that's far-fetched.
So, whatever the actual reason is, it's Disney based. And I don't remember asking for a fucking fake live action Lion King. I was forced to go see that shit. That movie was dog water, and
rough.
They should stop making all of that ASAP.
I gotta say, my cats do like watching that live action Lion King movie. So I think they just missed their audience.
They feel like they're part of it, right? They're in the pride.
No, they're so like involved when it ever comes on.
Bizarro Planet makes an interesting point. Netflix can release that Batgirl movie.
Oh, wow.
Or a disgruntled employee can.
I'm saying, is it on someone's hard drive? Is it on a hard drive? Can we get that? If Ted Sarandos gets us that Batgirl movie, that's plus. I'm just saying, that's pretty plus. He would have my backing if he gets us that Batgirl movie, either in physical release, through theaters, or even on Netflix. I would take that because it was only gonna be on Warner Brothers streaming, HBO Max.
That would be kicking James Gunn in the shin, though.
Ah, I don't think so, because that's a completely separate thing. That's
We
like,
know that.
I think people know that.
I don't know.
I think that is a small enough movie. People will watch it, they'll forget about it, and we'll move forward. It'd be a win. We want it.
Wasn't Michael Keaton in that one too?
I don't recall.
I
I
think-
remember Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I think Michael Keaton filmed scenes as Batman for that movie.
Oh, I think you might be right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would confuse the fuck out of people.
I don't know. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So ultimately, I feel like for comics, this is probably much to do about nothing, or has the potential to be quite positive. I really am not seeing the overt negatives from a comic book perspective.
From a comic book perspective, I agree. And even from like a film perspective, I think it's the lesser of two evils. Paramount is the bad one.
Yeah.
So I think this is they were going to be bought. I probably would have preferred NBC Universal if you had my pick out of these three, but they don't have the money to match Netflix. So it's okay, I guess. I mean, I can't fucking change it. So
Oh my God. Fucking Non Gratias says, when do we get Superman with the Netflix N on his chest? That is
I should have made
disgusting.
that. I should have made that.
That would have been a great thumbnail. That would have been
Well,
massive.
we got A and B testing for live now, so I can do it.
thinking that.
Superman with a Netflix N on his chest is fucking diabolical, and you need to be in this chat more, because this is the first time I've seen you, and you threw out a bomb right away. That's a disgusting visual. Yeah, I like the possibilities, actually. I feel like the possibilities are good for DC, good for comics. I like that DC could be landing in a place that does think technologically, because comics in general are technologically lacking. And we understand that the integration possibilities from a comic to animation pipeline standpoint, that is like what we've been talking about. We've been talking about that on this show for so long. And Netflix can potentially do that.
Make it happen. It's
Yeah.
it's so tangible. It's so close now.
I plan on going to that Netflix house in Philadelphia. You guys hear about this?
Yes.
Netflix house.
Yeah, it's a big old warehouse where it's like escape room, mini golf, but they're all themed after like there's like a one-piece escape room in there.
Well, I did.
But like,
in
I
the
guess
city.
they could do shit for DC going forward with this, but I don't know.
I saw that there was talks of DC
Yes.
and Universal getting in bed, which I love.
There is potential if the Universal does buy the theme park rights, there is potential for a Marvel land and a DC land to be in the same park, because there's a huge swath of real estate that they got nothing for right now there.
Huh.
That's bugged out.
Yeah,
That's bugged out.
I think NBC Universal really wanted it for the theme park stuff, because they would also get the full rights to Harry Potter, and they love Harry Potter and Universal. So I think that's kind of a bummer for them. But if they can get the DC rights, I think that Marvel land's gone if they get the DC rights, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as they get rid of the Marvel land, then Disney gets the full rights to their Marvel theme park stuff in Florida. So then
Whatever contractual situation exists, I got to imagine as soon as it's over,
yeah,
it's over.
yeah, because they lost Simpsons and they can't do new Marvel stuff. So if they get DC, that's a big enough thing for them to be like, all right, fuck it, fuck Marvel, we got Batman. You know?
Yeah. Totally.
Yo.
Oh man, imagine going to a
Potter.
Gotham theme park, Sean.
Oh, dude,
Yo.
the little taste you get at Six Flags, which is like not the best
Oh,
experience.
Six Flags is a mess right now. Yeah.
But like if it was Universal doing it, the minds behind that, oh my goodness.
There was
gracious.
right when Islands of Adventure was being built, it was going to be a DC land. There's concept art for it with a full-on iceberg lounge.
Whoa, that's cool.
How
things
cool
we
would
could have
that be?
had.
That, I mean, we could potentially have that in the future.
I would have to live there.
Imagine just getting drunk at the iceberg lounge. Oh man.
Hell yeah. And they got to have live actors, because I need to see the penguin walking around.
Universal likes that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I need to see that. Catwoman.
Shit.
Oh, get Catwoman walking around the Iceberg Lounge. I need to see that.
You know how they have
Please.
in Harry Potter Land, they have the wands you could use?
Yes.
What if you had like an interactable Justice League ID?
Oh,
Oh,
that would be sick. Hell yeah.
yo.
Universal hire me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let us use
Oh.
these for things.
If it like pings when you're like near like a villain you gotta catch, like, oh, Captain Cold's around. You gotta
Ping, 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 ping. Oh, you just get a mother box. What if you just get a mother box
all
for
right,
everything?
okay, nobody cares about the fucking
What?
new
Oh.
gods. Come
People will
on.
be throwing them at each other.
Yeah.
I would throw a mother box at the penguin. Fuck him. I'm capturing him.
Well, they are doing
I'm the
Pokemon soon,
sheriff.
so
I'm deputized. I'm capturing villains. MP says Bloomberg reported WB is discussing building life-sized parts of Gotham and Metropolis, including the Iceberg Lounge. Man, they are on it already.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's great news. Super Job says, is the DCKO tournament now for who becomes Netflix CEO? I wish. I wish. Yeah, I don't know. Like, chat, how are you feeling? Marco, can we get a poll up, please? How are you feeling about this? Are you positive about the potential for this for comics? Or are you negative? Are you unsure yet? Where are you at? I think it's valid to feel anyway at this point.
Thank you for being clear on what the poll option should be for Marco.
I feel that I need to now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Jesse, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Read the comment.
Jesse says, yo, you guys are describing the coolest Universal. Real life Big Bar, the dude I
Okay,
would
hold
never
on
leave.
now. You can't touch
I'd be
the
in
actors.
danger. I'd get banned. No, I mean, not that I would want to touch her. Like, I wouldn't do that. That's horrible. But, like, I would need to be banned because I would just
Dude.
follow her around.
There could be a Gotham like Horror Nights house,
Night Terrors?
like a Joker one,
Night Terrors, please no. Yeah, Scarecrow.
or like a Gotham Rogues gallery where like it ends with like the Joker carnival thing. They can do
Arkham.
that shit. Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Duh.
Oh my!
Because they've done Stranger
God.
Things. You
Yes.
know, they've licensed these things out before.
Yes, dude. Come on, the possibilities are endless. Entertain me with the 5 spot. Multiple Catwomans in different
All right, now you're
costumes.
just-
The purple dress. This dude's a fiend. The purple dress, Michelle Pfeiffer's costume, the gray Catwoman costume, the purple Catwoman costume.
Gooner alert. Active
I
Gooner
love
alert.
it.
Active Gooner alert.
Oh, entertain me. That's funny, man. Order of Dylan said Sean missed the Thursday show and saved all his out-of-pocket energy for today. You know, we got to have fun around here, right? Life is too hard. We got to enjoy ourselves, right? Scripture says, I haven't heard enough negative outcomes from this. I love that we are focused on the potential of this, but what are the disaster scenarios? Well, I think Tyler was going down that road a little bit earlier, whereby just, you had made the point that like Netflix doesn't care about physical media.
Right.
So you could consider that.
Like, because I also see that in this purchase, they also get NetherRealm and Rocksteady game developers as part of this. NetherRealm doing Mortal Kombat, Rocksteady, famous for the Batman games. With a situation like that, I can see them just selling those guys off.
Or
going
making
deeper.
Netflix games pop, because Netflix games
It's
is the only
shit.
thing they've tried that hasn't worked.
It's been
And
shit.
now they have characters like bankable IP and studios that know how to make games that have done well.
Yeah. But there is a world where I could also just see them pushing that off to someone else. And then that's where my mind went with like, okay, well, if the publishing of DC Comics is something they don't really care about, they could also just ship that off. And I think that's where it becomes Wild West time.
Yeah. CW Gordon, what did I think of Ultimates 2 years in? Just very briefly, I did not like it. I did not enjoy that issue.
I think we would have been on the same page about it. Yeah.
Tyler, did you like it?
Yeah, I wound up liking it by the end.
Okay.
That was your pick of the week, no?
No, mine
What was
was
it
Superman, Captain Atom.
Right.
Interesting. That Neon Knight Absolute Universe could be a Netflix animated series. Yeah, stay tuned because we do have a video coming out about that exact scenario, minus the Netflix, but the idea that Absolute Universe needs to be animated and more needs to be done with that.
If you're a channel member, you get to see that already.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. Yes, if you're a channel member, which there are so many green names in the chat, and I love that. 10 new ones today.
Exactly.
You guys have access to that video early. Adam Smith, where does the Harry Potter franchise fit into all of this? The Harry Potter Zatanna crossover is impending. I
Well,
can't wait to see it.
they could have done that before, and they never did.
Yeah, they could have. You're
Yeah,
right.
true. Yeah.
I wonder if there's a publishing thing with Harry Potter that's tricky. Because I don't know if they own their book rights.
It'd be different set of rights though, like for publication in comics.
Maybe? I don't know.
Hound, is that a real woman?
Sorry.
That's crazy. And all like, sorry, he just sent me a DM. A, is that a real woman? B, does Mrs. Hound know you?
Oh, geez. You can't. All right. No, gooning in the side
Putting him
chats.
on
Jesus Christ.
blast.
Turning this into from the comic spouts to the creepcast.
No. It's not creepy at all. We're just fan casting. We're trying to figure out who can play these people in real life.
Scarlett
Big
Johansson,
Barda,
apparently.
no, she ain't big. Big Barda needs to be played by a muscle mommy.
Hey,
I won't have it any other way. I will not have it any other way. Tariq says, shout out to the Gray Name Gang. Yeah. Yes,
Sure, no,
I
we
love you
appreciate it.
all.
We appreciate
I
it.
love you all. For sure. You guys are all amazing. Pedro says, get the horny stick now. Why?
Bonk.
We're talking
bonk.
about casting. You don't think that these characters need actors? Big Barda don't need an actor?
Yeah, they need
She
actors.
needs an actor. Yes. Come on now.
Capital A.
Zatanna crossed over with DC's version of Harry Potter from Books of Magic, says Philosopher King.
Ooh, that's hot.
She has. It was Mystic U. Great book. Slept on.
Hey, Neon Knight joining the channel membership. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. Aaron says, Sean supplying tons of amazing clips today. What are you, clipping me?
Yeah.
You guys are clipping me today? Is that what we're on today?
I need the clip chimps out there.
The clip chips.
Rhea Ripley as Big Barda. No.
She's not that tall.
Stop it. Not that tall. Australian or whatever she
Wow.
is.
You said a new
Oh,
god can't be
really?
Australian?
Nope. New gods are American. Munster says, but I have a Patreon. No, you're a beautiful person. You're a beautiful, and you all are, by the way. You all are very beautiful, very important, and I hope you feel like you're important.
Wow.
Jesse joining the Comics Pals Sidekick channel membership. Thank you, brother. Atomic Hound, you cannot send me those kinds of pictures and not give me a name because she's a candidate. She is a candidate.
I'm saying we should cast on acting ability.
I am.
He just saw her acting ability.
I did.
Oh, no.
Listen,
Don't play.
Listen, Sydney Sweeney has been in 57 movies this year, all right? Can she act? No. They got her in movies. They got her in Gene commercials. I'm telling you right now, we should be casting. Never mind.
And we're starting to get into the snowcast real quick.
Yo, I don't get the Sydney Sweeney hype, dude.
I understand why you don't.
Oh, okay.
I've never really watched anything on her that I enjoyed outside of Madam Web, and it wasn't because of her.
I enjoy when I watch her. CW Gordon, thank you for joining the Comics Pals VI Pal tier. Really appreciate you, brother. You guys are amazing today. You guys are really helping me to feel good today. So thank you so much for that. Amin says Sydney can act. What do you mean? You're probably right.
Uh-huh.
I've never watched Euphoria, and I think that's where she does her most of her acting. And
I gotta watch that.
I've not seen
Oh,
it.
that's good. Oh, you haven't seen that?
Nah, I need
That's
to.
the only place I know her from, actually.
Non Gratia says, as much as I wanted to be Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez as Big Barda, though. First of all, you watch wrestling too? How many of you watch wrestling in this chat, man? I love it. Apparently not a lot, because our wrestling video did garbage numbers. But I feel like there are some more of you than I realized. Kyle says, I enjoyed how in Madam Web, she looks like she's cosplaying the whole movie.
That's why I love Madam Web, man. I think it's a fun ass movie.
Dude, that was rough.
I gotta watch that.
Sydney Sweeney as Power Girl.
I
Okay.
think you're.
Come on.
Okay. Hold on a
Come
second.
on.
I thought about it.
Listen, I'm thinking about it right now.
All right. Oh, jeez, calm down there.
Marie Tamara as Barda. Hold on.
What is
Google.
what has this podcast turned into?
Marie Tamara.
Google. Hold on. What was that name again? Marie Tomorrow. My memory sucks right now. Marie Tomorrow. Here we go.
Wow. Oh, hold on a second.
Why are we casting athletes? All right.
She's.
There's literally her with the OnlyFans outfit on. Which
I
no
was about to
shade,
say.
no shade. I just don't know her acting capability.
Oh my God. Yes. Where's her reel?
Oh jeez.
Where's her reel? I mean, I'm looking at her reel.
Where's her
All
real
right.
dude? Click the link in the
All
bio.
right. All right. Let's
All
talk.
right.
Netflix,
We're done.
Netflix.
We're done. We're done. Netflix. Sorry about that. Apologies to all. Patrick Zay, where we at for Cena's last match? We outside. You already know. You already know the answer.
And that's the
on now.
last match in WWE. Let's be real.
Yes.
Jade Cargill.
As soon as Vince makes his new company, we know that guy's wrestling.
Oh my
Somebody said
God.
Jade Cargill is Storm.
Oh yeah.
Too big for Storm.
She is.
Oh.
And again,
Oh,
acting skill.
how about Big Barda?
No.
Wow. Okay. Oh,
How can
all right.
Jade Cargill play Big Barda?
Wow.
Because so she could be a new god. I could see it.
Wow. Ooh, okay. We're gonna get into a.
Jade Cargill may have
Uh-huh.
white hair, Marco,
Uh-huh.
but
this is,
but
So see it.
I
Hear
don't need
it.
to say anymore.
What
You
do
already
people
know.
Sure?
call that?
I don't know.
Race swapping.
Yes, that is what they call it. That
To
is
be
true.
a new god.
Yeah. The realistic thing of new gods. Yeah.
New gods are only white. They can only be white. They can only be white Americans.
Or they can be black if they have black in the name.
That's
Black
true.
Racer. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Black racer. So
Come
what?
on,
Yeah,
come on, Kirby.
exactly.
Do better next time. Is he still around?
We would have to cast. I don't even know how we could get around that. I don't know how we can get around. That's a problem.
I mean, they made Mr. Miracle. The other one was black.
Oh yeah, but he was fake.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he was fake. Clay, I do intend on watching the UFC tonight. Yes, indeed. All right. So as far as Netflix, Disney, or Netflix, WB is concerned, I am feeling very positive. I am not happy about the movie side of things. This is not that podcast necessarily. I'd probably have a very different tune if we were talking about just that. But from a comic standpoint, look, the worst case scenario, in my opinion, is that they do nothing. And that it's pretty similar to the Disney deal, where my estimation is Disney really doesn't have anything to do with Marvel. I think people overestimate that a lot. Yes, there is synergy that happens, but I think that's more of a
I think it's from Marvel's side.
it's for thank you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
from
Marvel
Marvel's
seeing
side.
what's going on upstairs and being like, hey, we should probably take some of that. A lot less being dictated.
And even if you thought there was a dictation, Marvel Studios is a thing. So
Yeah.
Marvel Studios and Marvel Comics are synergizing. There is no equivalent in the Netflix space. So I think the worst case scenario is Netflix just does nothing. The best case scenario, though, is, in my opinion, much better case than Marvel Disney, because Netflix has the power to put behind incredible animation, incredible technological innovation that could impact comics, whereas Disney has simply never cared about the comics one way or the other.
Yeah.
And again, it's not to say that Netflix will care. It's that if they do care, they could put some big muscle behind it.
They could invest, but they haven't, right? And
Yeah.
so like,
And I'll believe it when I see it.
yeah,
Totally. I will also believe it when I see it. But the possibility is there, and I want to be positive about the potential. But again, there's reason not to be positive. So,
yeah.
Hard Nips Gizzardo.
You just wanted to say it.
It's a fun name. He says, but Marvel comics have been mediocre.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they can't be translated and do well.
Yeah.
And if you check on our YouTube, there's a video Sean and I did talking about how 2026, that might change.
And Tyler, I don't know if you noticed, but we made that video, and then there's been even more things to that we could have added, like PKJ being exclusive,
Sure.
which happened after we recorded it. So
Yeah.
there's even more reason to feel good about Marvel. But sure, Gizzardo, I hear you, but I don't think that is Disney's fault. I don't think it's Disney's fault that Marvel comics, in your opinion, are mediocre. I don't know. Oh my God. Atomic Hound says, I get race swapped all the time because I finish last and get relegated to the next lower class of athlete. Damn.
Put you in that B league.
Ted
Ted
H
H.
here
Go
with
ahead.
the $10 saying, please stay hydrated. And honestly, somehow I wish Apple would acquire WBD.
Apple. Interesting.
They didn't even try. They
Put
didn't
them
give a
on
shit
Apple
about it.
TV.
We owe some wheel spins. So why don't we
3.
do that while I read off the results of the poll?
We got 3. Ooh, I dropped something.
How are you feeling about the potential of this WBD purchase for comics? 54% of you said potential but iffy. 29% said positive for comics. 17% said negative for comics. Okay.
Sean, we got highlight a book. You want to do it since you weren't on Pass Pulse?
Sure. What did I read? I wasn't able to get through my whole stack. Or like even what we would have read for the show, unfortunately. DC KO Superman versus Captain Atom. I'll just talk about that.
Okay.
I actually did not enjoy that comic.
Oh.
I felt like when Superman ended up losing the first round, like that was fine. But then when they went into that phase of like, oh, I'm gonna choose to be this past version of me, and I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
choose to, that was so corny and goofy and over the top. It took me so far out of the book. Like DCKO, the event, like the numbered issues have been phenomenal, and I like the presentation of the tournament. But with that issue, it was like this is what I was afraid of. Something that's like that feels heartless, something that's just like, oh, I'm gonna change characters now, like this is a video game, and like I don't read comics for that kind of thing. So I was turned off. I'm sorry, Clay. I'm so sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have said all that.
I don't
My
know if it's a
bad, dude.
spoiler that they fight.
Yeah, and yeah, like I didn't spoil the outcome of the tournament. I just
Yeah.
told you that Superman lost the first round or the first. It's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
And
sorry
if
about
every
that,
round is
but-
2 out of 3, it's like wrestling. They're going to that third one.
right. Yeah, very
And
true.
if Superman's on the title, that's like saying if somebody's going up against Goku, Goku's more likely than most.
Sure.
And I didn't even say who won the actual.
Right.
But yeah, that I didn't love it. Yeah, that's just my opinion. And then Electrics with the 50 says, "Spin that wheel." Thank you. You got us over the goal.
Let's go.
Yes, you got us over the goal. So we've reached
We
our
got 2
goal.
more. Yeah, we got 2 more spins, so I'll do another one.
Yeah. Fire away.
What is this one? Ooh, a revelation.
Cool.
Oh, hold
So
on.
poll for who they want a
Yeah,
revelation.
poll 3 of us.
Gavin is here with us. Gavin, glad to have you. Congratulations on the JSA series. Obviously, we've congratulated you like 50 times, but now they're official, 2 issues deep. I'm so proud of you, man. Sorry?
Didn't Gavin get a viral Bleeding Cool post too?
Oh, I don't know.
It was like, is Gavin Guidry next level? And it was like speculation in it.
Is Gavin Guidry next level? I guess we'll have to stay tuned.
I wonder, as a creator, and Gavin, like, feel free to not talk about this if you don't want. But if you see yourself on a viral Bleeding Cool article, is that scary?
I could imagine that being a little crazy.
And you know what? Gavin is next level. He's participating in DC next level. It's the next wave.
Oh, he's like the new wave of creators. Next level is the official branding that we're doing, so we don't actually know that.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. Atomic Hound with the 499 says the shout out for the week is Cheetah and Cheshire. Sorry, Gavin. I still need to read JSA though.
Very good.
Yeah, I need to read. I'm very excited for Cheetah and Cheshire. Very excited for JSA. I unfortunately, like I said, did not get through my pulls this week, but I will definitely be checking those out for sure. Jay Sage says, "Yo, pals, had a super intense couple of nights, so just hopping in. Hey, dude. If by that you mean like intense in a negative way, I'm really sorry to hear that. I know we play act as rivals, but I do care about you. I care about everybody here, and I'm sorry that you're having a hard time. I really am. And if you need to talk, this space is here. We do the jokes, we do the fun, but mental health is extremely important to me. So if you're struggling, know that like I always have your back.
Man, way to break
Um,
kayfabe there, Sean. Jeez.
I know, right? Fuck me. Mothman says, I like the form swapping, but I like the video game trappings because it's part of the concept pitch for me. Right, exactly. And everybody's going to come down on it differently. For Tyler was pick of the week. For me, I might have passed. So the dichotomy of the pals.
Well, looks like Marco might be winning this poll.
All right,
Oh, all right.
let's close it out.
Reveal
and
yourself,
here-
Marco. Oh, no, don't do that.
Please don't.
Ooh, I could tell a story about that. Hold on a second.
No.
That's
yeah,
a
wait,
revelation.
yeah, go ahead.
That's a revelation right there. Okay. Many years ago, I went to Puerto Rico, and
I feel like you've
the
told this story,
Airbnb
actually.
I think to you guys, have I
Yeah.
told this story
I don't know if you
collectively
told it on the air.
on the air? Okay. But many years ago, I went to Puerto Rico and had rented an Airbnb. I had just been gifted a pair of, as was the style and continues to be the style, short swim trunks. And so these were a size just a little bit too big as well. And so I'm like, oh, thank you so much. It was a new one, so let me bring it on this trip, right? And the first sign that something would have gone awry was I had put on my shorts. I had started to tie my shoes to go to because I was going to go to the pool. So I started to tie my shoes. And as I make my way down, right, I'm like, leaned over and I notice and I feel the cold floor a certain part of my body. I'm like,
What
these
part of your
are
body? What the fuck?
Wait, if you're
These
kneeling,
are-
if you're
Revelation.
kneeling, and you're how, man, he might
And
be hanging dong. Jeez.
and I felt I was dangling a little. I was
What
dangling
part of your body hit the floor?
my testicles.
How do
so
you
you-
kneel down?
Dude, but you just you kind of just get down. I don't know. I was just,
Are your balls as long as your legs?
no, dude?
How
but
the fuck long are your balls, bro?
I was positioned in an awkward position to be able to put on my shoes. There's probably a better way. I was just kind of like sat. I was sat like this and then doing my shoes.
He got some hangers on. Oh, what kind of? That's not kneeling. You're squatting.
I was squatting then. I was squatting.
Okay, all right.
But I was
That's
sat.
different. That's different.
Even squat, bro. How your nuts hang low?
Hey, do they wobble to
so-
and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow?
He can, if you have nuts that hang that low, you definitely can tie them to and fro, brother. That's a skill.
Yeah, Marco looking like a boys villain.
That's bugged out. What are you telling me right now? Your
So
nuts
were you-
must hit the bowl
Luna,
every
stop.
time. You must be feeling that porcelain every single time.
You got
dude.
toilet dunkers.
Oh my God! You better never sit on the toilet in public
I try
because you're
not
gonna be
to.
carrying diseases on them nuts.
I try not to.
Wow, saggy sack. Banksy Maine, that's great. Saggy sack. That's Marco's new nickname.
Wait, so were you showing ball to everyone in Puerto
So
Rico?
I was not to everybody, but in that moment I felt the cold floor. I was like, "Ooh, I got to be careful with these shorts." Right? This is even the part of the story that I'm calling out. This is just precursor. I'm like, "Oh, I have to be careful with this. These are quite, much too short." I go outside, I go to the pool, and there's like 2 other people in the pool total, right?
Okay.
Great. Perfect.
Those 2 other people were your left and right nut.
And I sit down on one of the beach chairs, and I'm trying to I'm changing. I'm putting on some sunscreen, and as I'm putting on some sunscreen, you know how like the chairs are kind of slanted backwards, so you have to kind of sit back a little bit. And it just didn't occur to me. This old man who lives in the complex, lives in Airbnb, comes by, and he's like, Puerto Ricans are very friendly. Puerto Rican starts chatting me up. He's like, "Hey, how's it been going? Where are you visiting from? Blah blah blah." And I'm here, just kind of putting on my sunscreen and doing whatnot. And he's talking, and to respond, I turn to him. Right, I turn to him, and as he's continuing to talk, saying whatever, he's, "Oh yeah, I've been living here for the past few years." I turn, and and he starts getting jittery, and I'm like, that was weird. That was an awkward break in conversation and flow, and he finishes wrapping up. He's like, "Hey, so actually I'm gonna head out to the beach, so catch you later." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, no worries. Thanks so much. Nice to meet you. Thank you for the food recommendations."
Yeah, he's like, I know a good place to do this, good huevos.
Yeah. And then I finally start getting to my knees, and I realize, oh my God, I exposed myself to this guy. That's why he stopped and stuttered in that conversation.
The full
that
twig
shit,
and berries?
yeah, just the berries.
Just the berries. Okay, just the berries.
As was previously mentioned,
The saggy
too short.
sack.
Yeah.
Saggy sack.
Damn, so you were balled out in front of this dude and they were hanging, and he was probably shocked because he's like, yo, I'd never seen any shit like this before.
Was it one of those like weaved chairs too?
Yeah.
Oh, you had a chance of getting them stuck.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah. You ever get your balls stuck in something before, guys?
No, sir.
No. What? No. Yeah, in pants, in zip like jeans.
Yeah.
Like you ever see the fucking movie?
You got the
Something
beans
About
above
Mary?
the Frank. Yeah.
I've clipped my nuts. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
Rough.
oof, I felt it.
CW Gordon says, note that Marco gave this information away for free. Technically not, because a super chat did trigger this information.
Kurt Wild
That's a
should
fair
say,
point.
you mogged him low key.
That's crazy. The chat is phenomenal. There are so many great comments right now. Cole says, does Marco have a Palsverse origin? The Dangler.
Yeah. I'm the calculator or something like that.
Nah, now you're the Dangler.
You got like a full on beanbag chair you sit down on whenever.
You ever sit nut first?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
I mean, we know you do, Marco. Jesus fucking
No,
Christ.
I had to go to the ER once for my nuts.
Because you sat on them?
No, because I had a torsion, so they were twisted.
A little twisty.
Yeah, and I had to get a sonogram on them. And then the woman doing it, I was like, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And she didn't.
Of course not.
She didn't think. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. Like I'm out there with the fucking sonogram. This one's for free. You know what? I'm shutting up.
I went to the emergency room for my nuts too. My sister kicked me in my balls, dude.
Oh,
Oof.
That shit hurt.
Oof.
Thankfully, they still work. Although I don't know if they work fully because I haven't tried to have any kids.
it's true. It's true.
Maybe one day I'll learn they don't.
And, well, you can still pee, right? The pee is stored in the balls.
Oh my God, dude.
Is that not right? I went to Catholic school, so I think I don't know.
Definitely not.
Thank God it's not. My balls would be full right now.
It's a weird
Let me
it's a weird app.
let me pivot and let me tell you first of all, everybody here, all 100 plus of you, you're all amazing. Do not go anywhere. We've got plenty more show to do. Like so much more show. We're going to talk about Bendis and a new project he's going to be working on. We don't know exactly what it is. We got some news and updates on that. Absolute Batman sales are ridiculous. We're going to talk about that. And a little bit of an interesting subject regarding the sales of Batman Deadpool. So lots to stick around for. Hopefully you'll hang out with us while I shout out the people who make this show possible, our patrons. Patreon.com/thecomicspals is the best way to support your boys and give back. I want to say a thank you to right now, like at the top of this all, I just picked up my phone and I see that Jasper Eddie has returned to the Palsverse. Thank you so much. Love you, man. Thank you for being a part of our community. Really appreciate you. So, special shout out to our Palsverse legends, the Hound of Justice, Atomic Hound, Starcross, Catherine Stars, the Spear of Judgment, Jay's Jumble, Jalen Jackson, the Sanguine Sorcerer, Safe Haven, Hayden's Hideout, Jesse and the Juggernaut, Kyle the Zenith, Panda v Panda, Ted Wong, Adam Smith. Adam, I know I said your origin was coming this week. I have to deeply apologize that I wasn't able to get to it. I really hope you understand that I just had a time issue and I was unable to do it. So I deeply apologize. But I will get to it next week, brother. You're on my mind. Sam, the Last Young Renegade, and Blur Jekyll Jose, And I want to say thank you to Pals vs. members, the Night Stalker, Harrison Jinsky, Brian Demolisher Del Pozo, Kefis the Incorruptible, Momentum Mike Elliott, Dan the Truth Trudeau, Marley Manastorm, Slow Flow Dammer, and Christian Uncaged, Always Laughing, The Spear of Justice, Izzy's Issues, Robert Runback, Cashaback, Pete the Dreamer Collins, James Just Jamming Jones, Paul Powerhouse Smith, Neon Knight the Cosmic Avenger, Matthew the Shade, Cosmo, BJ Kicks, the Grand Alchemist, Chophorn Alchemist, and John Barrier B. If you did not hear your name, now you will soon. Thank you so much. Speaking of Patreon, the book club is going to be based on Vertigo. I have another apology to give out. I was unable to get the post up for the nominations. I know some of you left them in the book club thread on Discord. That's great. I'm going to get that post up as soon as this is over so we can all start to get our nominations flooding in. We cannot run out of time on this, so we're gonna have to it's gonna have to be severely limited. And then also on Monday, we're doing the Radiant Black Book Club that we promised we would do. Samuel Summers, we got you, brother. We're doing the first 12 because that's what he asked for, I believe. And then also like 30 through 35. Samuel, if you hear this and that's incorrect, let us know. But otherwise, that's the plan. So that's what we'll be reading. If you want to partake, please feel free. I don't know what I'm gonna think. I know that I didn't like Radiant Black that much. So it'll be interesting to revisit it, not in a monthly schedule, and going a little deeper than I did.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say because I'll save it for that episode.
Cool. Awesome. Uh Ishmael says, Sean, Marco, and Tyler, those do any of you have Netflix? Next year we might have all of DC animated shows and movies if you do have Netflix. I don't think that anything will change within the next year. But I do have Netflix. We talked about our Netflix access earlier.
I don't expect any changes to even happen until 2027.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Jay Say is joining the channel as a sidekick. Thank you so much, brother. And also, yeah, 2 more likes till we get to 100. We get to 100 likes and we hit the goal already. That means Pete Collins is going to draw the three of us as K-pop demon hunters.
Well, it hit 100, so.
Oh shit! Well, there you go. There you go. You know what I was thinking about, guys? I was thinking about the top fives we normally do, right? And I was like, well, we could do a Vertigo top five. And then I was like, wait, can we do a Vertigo top five?
I could.
Okay. Tyler, can you?
Yeah, probably.
I can too, but it's going to be very it's like literally the five that I've read.
It's like Marco with any other book.
I was just gonna say that.
Fair.
It's like
So-
Marco with the Avengers.
Yeah.
Do you think we can do that now, or do you want to wait till next week? Like, can we do our number five?
I need to prep, so
All right, cool.
yeah.
So we'll do it next week. All right, sounds good. So next week we'll do like our 5 and 4. So get that together. For next week, start figuring out what your 5 favorite Vertigo series are. Clayton, it is not too late to nominate a Vertigo book. I am the one who has been tardy, not you guys. So just get those nominations in. And like I said, I'll get the official threads up here after the show is over.
Is Astro City Vertigo?
I don't know.
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Should be.
Oh, interesting.
We do have a Patreon pal question this month. And please, you guys who are eligible, get them in. It's a perk that you're not using. I would love for you guys to use it. If you're eligible, please get them in. Hayden says, hey, pals, now that we're at the end of the year, I'm curious what your top 5 favorite things of 2025 are. It could be from anything to comics, movies, experiences, etc. It also doesn't have to be stuff that exclusively released in 25, just something you discovered for the first time this year. Thanks for all you do, pals, and here's to another year.
That's a lot.
How about one game, one movie, one comic, one music, one TV?
Okay.
So one game for me is Expedition 33, Claire Obscure.
You and everyone else.
Exactly. One movie for me is Sinners. That was just Sinners. One experience. I don't want to talk about that. No, I'll talk about it. Speaking with Bendis on the show.
Yeah.
Music is Anup Sastry and Kadinja. Yeah, Kadinja is my real answer. And then TV is I've watched very little TV this year, so I'll say Stranger Things.
Movie, one battle after another.
Oh, you
You
liked
loved
it?
it that much, huh?
Oh, dude. I mean, of the few movies I watch a year,
All
so
three. Yeah.
yeah. Um, music. I was gonna say Bad Bunny. Uh, yeah, Bad
Rolling
Bunny.
Rolling Stone did. So
Yeah. Game. To be honest, I haven't played anything new. I cracked open Tekken once this year, and because of issues with my Switch, so Tekken.
playing Tekken on the Switch.
Not even. No, no, no.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on Steam, but I don't
Got it.
even play it. Um,
Play Silk Song.
dude, I have to fix my. I guess I get it on Steam actually.
Yeah.
What is you said TV show? TV show Wednesday. Second season was pretty good. And what was the other one? Experience. Experience. Oh, I traveled this year. San Diego was fun.
Real quick, Samuel Summers just appeared in the chat. Brother, what were the exact issues of Radiant Black that you wanted us to read? Because we're doing the book club on Monday. So I just wanted to clarify and double check with you to make sure that we're on the same page. Tyler, what are your answers?
Music, Mayhem by Lady Gaga, pretty easily. Experience, the Mayhem Ball, seeing Lady Gaga live was
That's awesome.
huge. I still wake up thinking about it. TV show, I really love The Chair Company from HBO, the Tim Robinson show. Fucking hilarious, full of weird character actors, full of a guy who made me a suit once, and like he plays a suit guy in the show. And I Love LA, Rachel Sennett show, very good. Game, I'm like a 2-game Andy right now, where I just play Marvel Rivals and Fortnite constantly, and both have been pretty crazy this year. Movie, you guys said some good ones. I'm gonna say Eddington. I think Ari Aster's Eddington is hilarious, and I had a really good time with it. Marco, I'd be curious to see what you think about that one.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, and it's Ari Aster, the guy who did Hereditary,
Oh,
and it's a COVID western.
cool. Wait, where can I see this?
It's on HBO right now.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. And TV, Andor's actually a good shout out. Yeah, so that's good. What am I missing here? Movie? No, did I do them all? Experience, movie, TV. Yeah, I did them all. Okay.
Game. Yeah, you did them all. Good question, Hayden. Hayden answers his own question. He says movie, Superman. Oh, I forgot about that. Music, Sewer Person, TV show, True Detective season 3. Oh my God, that season
That was
broke me
this
in
year?
half, dude. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Experience, Fan Expo, Dallas, and Game Guild Saga.
Oh, cool.
Interesting. Kyle says we got to figure out a group to play Cosmic Invasion. I played Cosmic Invasion with Kyle the night it dropped, and that was super fun. I would really love to play with you guys. If anybody wants to hang out and play Cosmic Invasion as a sort of like little pals event, it's only 4 players, so we could even have multiple groups depending on how hard you guys want to go.
Dude,
but it would be very fun to do that.
that has a parry mechanic in that game.
It does.
I've never seen a beat 'em up with a parry mechanic.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
You play Jean Grey?
I haven't unlocked her yet.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
It is
I haven't played much.
currently on sale, off 10% on Steam.
Yep.
So
Add to cart.
what's 10% off? What does it come out to?
It goes from 29, from 30 to 27.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's $30. Got it.
It's on sale at that same price point on PS5 as well, which is where I purchased it. So again, if you guys feel like playing, let's do it. Like Marco, Tyler, if you guys are into it, it's relatively cheap and it's very fun. It's very, very fucking fun.
It is in my cart.
I'm just saying we could also play Fortnite too. I'm just saying.
Samuel Summers said the first 6 issues, then 25 through 30, A and B.
25 through 30.
Oh,
First
interesting.
6. Okay.
So that's actually less than we were going to read. I assume both of you probably already eclipsed.
I think I'm I might be at issue 7, but
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, the Clips album was crazy this year too, for sure. There's so much good stuff this year overall. And yeah, I agree with Kyle. It's way closer to a fighting game. I love the feeling of Cosmic Invasion, but don't let that scare you because there's no PvP. It's only co-op.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, it's very fun. Okay, where are we? So, all right, yeah, let's get into the news. Brian Bendis, my favorite, announced that and confirmed that he will be working with former collaborator, co-creator of Miles Morales, Sarah Pacelli. They talked about this at the Milan Games Weekend Cartoon Mix that they appeared at. Bendis seems to be having a blast over there. If you follow him on Instagram, by the way,
It's in Milan?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's cool.
CB Cebulski's there as well. But yeah, he said that at day 2, we dropped the news. CB dropped the news that Sarah Pacelli and I are actively working on a new project together for Marvel Comics in 2026. All I said is it's the most exciting thing we've done together so far. For that to be the case, it would somehow have to be more exciting than creating Miles Morales. And I don't believe that. But I think, you don't necessarily value experiences you have had as highly as experiences that you are having. So if he's having a blast working with Sarah right now, it makes sense to me why he would say something like that. I don't necessarily think it's hype. I think it's just how he feels in the moment. That being said, are you guys excited for them to reteam in 2026?
What does new mean here, though? That's the question. Is it new for them or like a full-on new property at Marvel, a new volume of a series? Like, I'm curious to see what that means, because it could just be like not like Elseworlds, what do they call them? Like the Marvel out of in continuity but mid continuity stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
could be like that. I would like to see this team on a book that is continuous with the main continuity going forward, not like an anniversary issue, nothing like that. So, yeah, I'm cool with seeing these two guys together again. I think they're great together.
Does it being a potentially new experience or like new character creation, is that more exciting to you guys than if it were coming back? Like the let's say Miles Morales stuff, would one be more exciting than the other?
I don't think he's doing like a Naomi at Marvel. Like, it's probably a well-established property for them.
But I'm saying if he were to come back and let's say he did a mainline book and he did something like new, does one excite you more?
I think for me, I'm in a place where I just want to see them work together again. I probably prefer it to not be a new character. I'd like to see them work on an established property.
Yeah.
I I really want it to be in continuity. Like
Yeah.
I want it to be current. I want it to matter. I know how touchy of a word that is for people. When I say matter, I generally mean something relevant to the continuity. That's all I really mean. And in that context, I think that opens the door for them to do a lot of things potentially. That's my only real requirement. It doesn't need to be Miles, although it probably will be. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Miles right now does not have a creative team. Bendis and Pacelli are going to work together in 2026. 1 + 1 generally nets out to 2.
Yeah.
And I think there's a big gap right now in terms of Marvel's young heroes not having a book. Like, everywhere, they're not having a book. Runaways just ended. New Champions ended. There's no Young Avengers book. There's no Kate Bishop Hawkeye book. There's no Miles Morales book. I could definitely see Bendis doing a team, like a young team book, especially with Pacelli.
So Cole makes an amazing point. This new character is going to get one of those origin boxes and get new powers.
Oh, yeah, definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it is a new character, for sure.
Wow, I think you just nailed it, dude. I really do. I foresee whatever they're working on being a spin-off of Armageddon. I love that point. What if it's Paul? What if it's Paul?
That's crazy.
Come on. Bendis, Pacelli, Paul. It writes itself. It
That's
writes itself.
I don't know if
wild.
it writes itself, but
What you mean it don't?
I don't know.
Paul is Marvel's breakout character of the 2020s. Bendis and Pacelli returning. Paul gets powers in Armageddon. He gets
What
one of the
powers?
boxes.
Doesn't matter.
He gets a power
Doesn't
where like
matter.
anything that he thinks of becomes true, and we can call the book impulsive.
They will get sued.
Oh yeah,
Impulsive
oh,
is yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
That's my call. My call is Paul.
My call is Paul. My call
okay,
is
no,
Paul.
no,
Hell
we're
yeah.
not doing that. I'm cool with the origin box thing. But that would also be like in continuity with the big story that Marvel's telling with Armageddon, and that's what I want. I don't care what they do. I just want to see them in the sandbox.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mr. Steal Your Girl. That's gonna be his name. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Go. I'm telling you right now, we're not one of those key comic channels. We don't do all that, but I'm telling you right now, go buy your first appearance of Paul right now. Go get that. What's that? ASM #1 from 2022 or whatever the fuck, 21, whatever. Go get that. I got mine.
Value is only going up.
Yeah.
Paul Rabin first appearance would be Spider-Man Volume 6, #1. Yeah,
There you go. Go get it.
it's that stanky leg cover, the John Romita cover.
Oh, we got that. I might even have 2 of those. I'm about to get rich. Comics Pal stocks are up. Comic bucks are up. Speaking of which, I must say a huge thank you, big time shout out to Entertain Me for deciding to rejoin the Palsverse and becoming a Palsverse legend once again. Thank you so much, brother. Love you, appreciate you. My rival, my friend, my boy. Thank you. Cole says, no, it's just Paul. And I agree. Paul is such a big deal
Oprah.
that he's the only Paul who has ever lived that can go by one name. No, not Paul McCartney. Fuck Paul McCartney.
Whoa.
I'm talking about the
wait.
only Paul, the one and only Paul. Paul who? Paul.
Rubens. Oh,
All
no.
you.
Paul.
Super job. Change the name of the channel to the Comics Pauls.
I have an icon for that. I don't have it with the updated logo though, but
It's ready, locked and loaded.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. There are some people who get genuinely so angry about Paul. I can't help but to troll. And it's like half troll because I actually do like Paul. And I recognize his value as a character, but it is funny to poke fun.
Yeah, people just get angry.
Yep. Kurt Wildshut throws out, now I'm just daydreaming. Bendis Pacelli, Cloak and Dagger could be fun. Or Winter Soldier or Nick Fury. Huh. Yeah, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah, I could see that. Something gritty.
Could be fun.
Okay. Yeah.
But is it impactful? Is it moving the excitement needle for what Marvel needs?
That's sort of that's my pushback.
Yeah.
It's like I need them to do something big.
Right.
Rec
Rap 2.
No. No. Please no. Let's shift over to DC for a beat and talk about the fact that DC has just introduced its Universe app to 8 new countries.
Hot damn.
8. That is a beautiful thing. So if you live in Belgium, which I think we've got one or two
Surely.
that I know of.
Oof.
Czech Republic. We're checking for you. Are there any Czech Republic people out there?
Well, come
Stand
on,
up, stand
come
up.
on. Let's not make fun of other countries and
Why not?
Well, there's 2 things I hate in this world, Sean. It's people who are intolerant of other people's country of origin, and the Dutch.
Yeah, I knew it.
That's crazy. Well, if you live in Denmark, you're up. If you live in Finland, it's up. If you live in the Netherlands, which I believe we have a couple of Netherlandiers somewhere here, it's up. If you live in Norway, it's up. If you live in Portugal, it's up. If you live in Sweden, and I know we got some Swedes in this piece, it is up. Millions of people newly have potential access to DC Universe, 35,000 plus comics. I know there are people in our community who didn't have access before who will now sign up. There's really nothing to say here other than congrats to you guys who this is for. I'm happy more people have access to digital comics. Net positive.
Net positive overall. This is a huge strategy for acquisition. Uh, for anybody who was on the Patreon a few months back, I did a whole analysis on the DCU app and compared it to Marvel and like some of the issues that it has. I think expansion was one of those things that I'd called out, and it's important to be able to, as a business, find new ways to tap into new revenue sources. And for this company, I mean, it makes so much sense. You're already going into uh, a market that's also comics literate, so I think that's a huge boom. Is people are familiar with what comics are in these specific markets, and now you're bringing a different flavor that maybe was already difficult for people to get access to, and now you're bringing that ease to them. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, now they don't have to just keep reading asterisk.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy for you guys. And there's a few in the chat. Superjob says he's Dutch. Um, so yeah, like it's good. Are they in Nigeria? This announcement doesn't state that. So I'm assuming not. My
Maybe not.
Nigerian brothers are gonna have to wait a little longer, sadly, but I feel you, bro. Um, the app is great, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I,
and it's a good app.
right.
Yeah, I've had no issues with the app at all, actually. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I haven't, you know what I haven't seen in a while anymore? The previous, like, was
The
it the
the scanner pages?
yeah, the scanner pages of like who it was. Is, you know what? They must have cleaned that up because I have yet to see the squid.
Was it the Hydra?
It was the Hydra.
They
It was
had
the Hydra.
I forget they were putting the Hydra in the official DC Comics app.
Yep.
That's still hilarious to me.
Fucking so forgot I wanted to talk about this. Forget it.
Was it something that went viral on Twitter?
Yeah. I really did want to talk about that. Maybe we'll find a way to talk about it some other time. But
I'll make a thumbnail. We'll accidentally leave some text in.
Not a good look. Kazum says he's Dutch as well, so there you go.
Oh, we do. We have a lot of Dutch here.
Yeah.
Then my joke definitely landed.
CW Gordon, DC pirating their own comics. Yeah, bro.
Yo, they know. They didn't just give that to an intern. Come on.
It was so funny seeing it. I'm so mad, and I didn't like screenshot it previously.
Gotta love it. And if DC does it, can we really blame other people for doing it?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They can't be mad.
Right. So let's talk numbers. I know you guys so love numbers.
Oh.
Let's talk about the sales of Batman Deadpool. How well, in fact, I got to be careful with my tabs. I still got this tab open that frickin' Atomic Hound sent me. Unbelievable. What a distraction.
Damn, Atomic Goon.
Hey,
Who knew? Here I am thinking I'm offending this man when I get on my soapbox about these women.
Corrupted him.
You know, and he's actually fueling me now. So thank you. So Marvel and DC teamed up this year, of course, to do 2 single issue team ups, both centered around Batman and Deadpool. Deadpool Batman came first, Batman Deadpool was second. No doubt about it. We all know that. So how did it sell? Now, if you look at Bleeding Cool, who present you with bestseller lists, and again, they're very, very sketchy in the sense that it's not a ton of stores that we're pulling from. It's 150 stores at maximum via Comic Hub. So it's not like the largest amount of stores, but they have Batman Deadpool #1, the DC one that recently released, $7.99. And the way they judge it out is by ratio. So if the #1 book is always a 100 ratio, and then underneath that, that's the distance in sales between books.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Batman Deadpool #1, ratio 100. Next up is One World Under Doom #9 at 18.
So they're 18 away from being #1.
I think that's the like 100 is how high Batman was, and then like One World Under Doom sold that much lower. So like
18% lower
right,
than the total. Actually, okay.
yeah. So that's a huge ratio. Like like according to this, blew everything else out of the water. You can see there's parity nearly between the rest of the list, which is what you would expect to see. But Batman Deadpool, according to them, blew this shit out the water.
Mm.
That is also what ICV2 showcases. Now they don't give us a ratio. They have no way of calculating that, and then their sales are not week. They're not week over week. It's the month. Whereas Bleeding Cools is week over week. But they have Deadpool, Marvel, Batman, Deadpool #1 as the #1 book, Batman #3 as the second book, Absolute Batman #14 as the third book. Fourth is DCKO Night Fight #1, and fifth is DCKO #2. So DC literally owning the top 5 and not even cracking or owning the top 10 outside of Spider-Man #15. That is shocking.
That's oof. Are they gonna get market share? No, Marvel's volume just still prevents market share.
Yeah.
When you look past the top 10, you see how it's almost all Marvel, but the top 10 being that heavily swayed towards DC, crazy.
It's Midville.
Yeah. And it's also worth pointing out that Batman 162 is 162, right? Absolute Superman is 13. And I mean, Absolute Batman is a juggernaut of its own kind. We're going to talk about that more later, but it's the 14th issue.
Yeah. Which huge for those kind of numbers if you pop in this deep in. And I feel like for the sentiment to around it to be that exciting.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big because it means it's continued to be big. It's not a flash in the pan.
It's stayed flat, right? That tail.
And that's a full year.
Long. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I am very excited for DC. I'm happy for them. I think it's a good thing when quality wins.
Sure.
Because that can hopefully teach the lesson of like, hey, produce more quality and people will buy it. That's always where I land. We can argue until we're all blue in the face. I believe quality ultimately wins. And in this case, not in every case, but in this case, it's proving out. I'm not going to say that this proves me right in every case, just here. So hopefully that stays true. But that's not the point of this conversation. How well did Batman Deadpool really sell? So some retailers don't feel like it's been selling too great, at least in their store. Brian Hibbs is a retailer who I really respect. I have quoted Brian Hibbs multiple times. He owns the Comics Experience from California. Great retailer. He's been in the business forever. Super knowledgeable guy. So he made a post on Facebook, which he is wont to do. He's always talking on Facebook, and under his posts, you can always see various retailers, comic creators, pros in the industry discussing whatever he talks about. He's a lightning rod for conversation. And so his Facebook post is quite long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he talked about how with Batman Deadpool, Deadpool Batman, there was a sales disparity that was disturbing to him. And I'm going to read some of these numbers out because you will probably end up shocked the way that I was by his experience. It's anecdotal. Listen anyway. The Marvel edition, he sold out in 14 days. He bought 70 of the cover A, or I'm sorry, 50 of cover A, and then 70 of mixed variants. So all the variants, he ordered 70 of those overall, 5 copies each. All of the covers priced at $6.99, so $7. He says they grossed $838 in sales. They had 2 1 of 50 ratio variants and 1 of 100. Those sold on eBay for a combined $105. So that's a total of $944. The cost to buy the books was $404. So they made $540 overall on those comic book sales. First of all, if you've never heard the business realities of selling comics before, that's what they are. This store only made $540 profit on all their sales of Batman Deadpool.
Wild. the one of the most popular books that came out that week.
Exactly. This year.
Yeah.
One of the best-selling books that will be in the 2020s, probably. So Hibbs was encouraged by that and decided to buy more copies of the Batman Deadpool, the DC one, right? Now, the DC cover A was $7.99. That is a whole dollar more. That's probably the Morrison tax. Notice Hickman, no involvement in either one of these. We'd be paying $10 for these motherfuckers. Okay. That being said, Hibbs ordered 60 copies of the cover A, which is a 20% increase. He felt that was reasonable. He ordered 85 copies of the 18 covers, which is no more than 5 copies each. Some of them he even ordered just 3 copies. Now, this is something that even I didn't know, okay? I did not know that the DC variants were not a flat price. I did not know that. He says they've ranged from $8.99 to $10.99 retail. For non-incentive variants, there were no incentive variants for DC's part of this program. So what he is saying is that regular standard variants that were on your shelves had a varied price that ranged between $2 difference.
For the comic book buyer or for the shop to buy?
Retail, he says.
That is not what I knew.
I did not know that.
I mean, there were some, there were like retailer exclusive variants that weren't incentive. There was a Clayman one.
He says there were no incentive variants.
Well, it's not incentive; it's retailer exclusive.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got you.
But like, yeah, I guess the foil one CW Gordon mentions. So maybe that's. But like, I'm pretty sure all of those standard covers were the same price. I was looking at them.
Yeah, I thought so.
DC does tend to charge $1 more for their variants, like flatly. And they're always cardstock. So if you ever buy a DC variant, that's why I always mention that I have such a hard time buying DC books, because my shop deliberately shuffles the cover A in because all of the variants have cardstocks and those are $1 more, and I don't want that.
Right.
So if that's the logic, and the main cover is $7.99, then the cover B, like all the variants, cover B, C, whatever, being $8.99 stands to reason. And then the foil version being $10.99 stands to reason because DC always charges more for foil, which makes sense. Now, according to Hibbs, from 11/18 to December 2nd, so the same 14-day period, he says, we have sold 34 copies of cover A, which is a 57% sell-through, and only 33 copies of the mixed variants. He says a wretched 39% sell-through. This despite more signage and more hand selling. And he says, I thought the DC version was a far, far superior book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's the kicker. This is an unbelievable thing. Our cost to buy, well, I should read the whole thing because it won't make sense. DC's combined totals were $1,253 of potential cover price, but we only sold $576 in gross dollars, and we have $677 in inventory left over. There were no incentive variants on DC versions, which means we grossed $944 on Marvel versus $576 on DC. DC thus only 61% of dollar sales in the same period, despite being 14% more expensive of a cover price. Our cost to buy the $1,253 worth of DC's version was $564, but there was also shipping from Lunar. It's really hard to exactly figure out those expenses on individual comics, but overall our shipping costs have been recently close to 3.5 of cover price, so that would amount to, let's pretend, another $43. So a total of, guess, $607, which means that of this moment we took a net loss of $31 so far on the DC version in terms of cash flow.
So two things. I just checked. I have the Frank Quietly version. That was $8.99. I spent more on it.
There you go.
Yeah. Interesting.
And interesting that the shop in this case would take the loss, considering the increased cost and the excitement around it. I wonder if then that means there was a volume threshold that they would have had to hit to break more even. Um, and hmm,
I think it's because the data they're going off of was the Marvel version, and they're trying
right.
to match that. But the release strategies for the versions were different. It seems like the incentive variants helped them for the Marvel side.
Yes.
So DC's lack of that, I mean, as much as we hate them, I think we can say we hate incentive variants, right? We don't, like in terms of wanting them, but we understand the benefit to shops.
This is an example of that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's yeah. Go ahead, Marco.
No, it's just interesting. It's interesting, one, to hear how the numbers net out. I would have expected this to be a larger push the for the retailer, and this is, a very small sample size, right? So
Yeah.
like, as we've heard from many people, this this kind of experience tends to fluctuate by store. In this case, in this size of a market, it's interesting to hear that. I would have expected, more success from this, but I wonder as well if this is one of those books that is meant to help benefit the shop overall. I'd be curious to see some sort of analysis on this that said that given week and maybe the weeks after, there was an increase in some of the other sales. Like, was there some sort of net uplift or incremental value post the release of this, even if this individual book didn't necessarily net out in a positive way?
My shop still has a lot of the variants still, a lot of the covers.
Hmm.
It's still that end cap I've read as soon as you walk in. So maybe, yeah.
Well, Hibbs was asked a question that sort of lines up with what Marco was talking about. It is a good question. He was asked, "What's the end of the selling period for this book?"
Uh,
And what that would mean, of course, is like the point at which you sort of tap out and say, "All right, we're going to take this off shelves and put it in a dollar bin or whatever, and hope for the best." These books won't go in a dollar bin, but you catch my drift. He said, "That's an extremely good question. For most periodicals, we are aiming for roughly 100% sell through within 60 days. We don't ever achieve that, of course, on the average, closer to maybe 88%, but 60 days is the aim. Selling out of issue 2 right after issue 4 is released. For a book like this, I won't be sad if we push to 90 to 120 days. But at a certain point, it becomes about cash flow. What's the value of having umpty copies on the rack if instead we can just keep reordering replacement stock? We are ordering the Marvel version like this, selling a number of second prints and soon thirds. The window is actually until it stops selling. We are 15 months into Absolute Batman #1, right?"
Wow.
And he goes on to just talk about like how like various other things, but you get the point that he's making, which is that for like, if you're a vendor of anything, you buy stuff, you need to make a recoup on what you purchased to make next purchases, to put money in your pocket, etc., etc. So if he took a net loss on this, that would mean that he's in the hole and hasn't made one actual dollar off of Batman Deadpool.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Super anecdotal, right? He's not the only one.
Hmm.
There were others, like Finn's Massey, who owns Massey's Comics in Missouri, and this piece of the coverage is coming from Comics Beat, who do great work. But he said the extra price for variants is definitely a sticking point for customers. Ron Hill, for his part, he's one of the owners of Jim Hansley's Universe.
Yeah,
Um,
THU.
he said that they only sold half of the DC stock of the Batman Deadpool. There were others who made comments as well. Um, there are possible reasons that I want to get into. Again, I'm sure that many stores sold out and did great, but some didn't. So what's the reason? I have one that I'll throw out, and then I would love for you guys to follow up.
Sure.
Yeah.
It came second.
That was going to be my thing. Yeah,
Oh,
it came second with the essentially same exact title.
Yeah.
Coltrane in the chat says when the titles are so similar, whoever won first definitely has an advantage.
100%.
It's not even the same title; it's the same dressing as well. It was just shifted. Like only if you know, which most people aren't as tapped in as people watching the show or us, they're gonna think it's the same issue. I got that already.
Yeah. Exactly. If
Yeah.
you're a lay person and you're not all connected to the internet, how the fuck would you even like? I mean, we all of us here read comics every week. I can't think of seeing like a barrage of advertisements in the books for this. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, in the books, no.
So then how would you know?
right.
The shops have to sell it, which the first guy you mentioned said he did hand sales and stuff, but that seems to be the only way he's selling it.
And he did that because he thinks it's a better comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which in all reality, let's be honest with ourselves, it probably is.
I agree.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, common sense. First impressions are everything. Then that first impression for somebody, let's say somebody who was even in the know, the first impression was, oh, this version wasn't as great. Am I as excited for the next? That's going to dissuade me. Confusion around the naming, even from a marketing perspective, it's hard to be able to say, this is Deadpool. That was Deadpool Batman. This is Batman Deadpool.
It sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Like you're literally have to walk somebody through that in a 1-page ad. That's hard.
Marvel Mog DC here. They're like, oh, we'll go first. Don't worry. We'll handle it.
Yeah.
It's like when Sean goes first on the GOAT game when he goes against me.
Munster asks a good question. He says, will this comic not sell eventually? This is an easy sale for casuals that come into comic shops for the next 6 months plus. Maybe it's a long game comic because the main story was so good. So the only thing I challenge there is main story being good. You don't know that if you don't pick up the book, right? And word of mouth doesn't necessarily travel to you if you're not that connected. And as much as, online, so many of us in this world are very online, you have to count the people that are not. And there are a lot of comics readers who are not.
Yeah.
The other thing is, how long do you dedicate shelf space
Yep.
to an old comic?
That was gonna be my point. Was this has, as was expressed in the article, has a longer tail, and the better strategy for Deadpool Batman, the Marvel one, was to reorder the new versions and do the new prints. But in this case, they planned for a certain volume, didn't meet that expectation, and now you have the choice of, oh, this has to go back into the long boxes now, not on the shelf space because that's more valuable, and there isn't a reason to order to that same method of the Deadpool Batman, the Marvel version, to make that long tail money. They bit the bullet up front, and it was a miscalculation.
And like, I hate to say this, but what if there are people who picked up the first one, said, and this wasn't my feeling necessarily, but said, that was whatever, that was whack, I don't need that. And they don't care to spend another bare minimum $7.99 to get the DC iteration.
Yeah, like, oh, it didn't matter, like in the way, yeah.
Yeah. So what are some other, like, I guess, are there any other reasons why you guys think this went this way?
Close to the holidays, less money to throw around.
Money has to be a factor.
Yeah.
It has to be a factor. Because I bought 3 copies, right? And I didn't know that there was a price discrepancy. If I did, maybe I would have bought one less. But a lot of people went crazy with that first iteration. But if you see $10.99 on a book, I don't need to buy multiple copies.
What when did Deadpool Batman come out? Did it come out before or after New York Comic Con?
It was September. I think.
Yeah. So that would have been around for a major convention, which means there's probably purchases for that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Style So Serious asks a question that is valid too. Did readers really need two takes on the same characters from different publishers?
And they see, I'd argue yes on this point, in that because this was corporate synergy, that was locked in.
Yeah.
That is an expectation of this kind of an effort, and so I to say that they needed it, I don't know that that's fair, because that was going to happen regardless. It is a joint partnership, and so you were going to have two things published. That was the thing that you were sold in on. I think it would have hurt and complicated to only sell one version of this.
I I don't know, man. I'm kind of the opinion that maybe they should have done just a different two characters
Yeah.
because like I don't give a fuck about Batman Deadpool as a collaboration. Certainly not enough for to see it twice. I bought into it because it's a very fun moment and you know it's very fun, but like I'm as connected to comics as you could possibly be as a fan. So I'm gonna buy it. But what about people who aren't as on the hook as me? Do you really need this? Or would Superman like okay, Deadpool, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, two very different books, unique leads, different publishers headlining it, unique product.
Yeah, that would be much better. Yeah. I think there's too much confusion for the consumer. Which, I mean, in that case, that means we don't get that really phenomenal Morrison story, Dan Morris story. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Sean.
Or maybe we still do. Maybe there's a way to make them oversized, like way oversized, and just jam pack it with great stories.
The Marco Scroat size version.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
large.
CW Gordon, how could the publishers decide who gets which? Dude, they're running a fucking DCKO tournament right now. Have the creators fight it out.
I thought
Physically.
they could just have you flip a coin.
That too. I'm available. I'm available. Batman is the marquee name on this. I guess it was a bump for the Marvel side, but it kind of brings the title down for the DC side. Like yeah, like if you anchor one around largely like the DC element, Batman, anchor it around him, and then the next one you can anchor around whoever. I don't. I'm not saying that the strategy was bad. I just think that maybe it could have worked out a little better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting to look at either way.
For sure.
And I am interested to see how it will play out next year, where DC goes first. We're not quite done with numbers chat, but this one is going to be less involved. Absolute Batman is an absolute juggernaut. There's no way to overstate it. This book is a hit. Absolute Batman number 14, according to Bleeding Cool, who used Comics Hub data alongside speaking with retailers, that Absolute Batman 14 had orders approaching 200,000. Absolute Batman 15, which is impending, that's the Joker Jock issue.
Yep.
Has orders nearing 300,000. No blind bag. Not a character debut. We are getting more about the Joker, but he's been here almost the whole time. Issue 15, not 1. If you were unsure about the longevity of this book, I'm here to tell you issue 15 selling nearly as well as issue 1. Remember, issue 1 sold north, I believe it was just north of 300,000. I believe that's accurate.
Yeah.
Issue 15 sold just shy of 300,000. That don't happen in comics. Numbers go down.
Uh, issue 15 of Ultimate Spider-Man also featured the debut of an Ultimate version villain. Do you guys recall who that villain was?
Sandman?
Tyler?
Mysterio.
Was Sandman.
Yeah.
That's when they were in the desert. That was Booty. This is crazy that they've played Joker in the background so much they've waited a year for this kind of villain reveal. This is like if instead of debuting in issue 6 or 7 of Ultimate Spider-Man, Kingpin was in issue 15. There's wait.
What I receive from Marco's point and what I've observed is that Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, the whole team, they know how to build hype.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's smart to pace these things out. And my feeling is every issue of Absolute Batman, at least since the Bane arc, feels like an event. It feels like you cannot miss an issue of this book. And if it's selling this well, that tells me that a lot of people are feeling that way.
It's very, very well paced out. Yeah. Sean, there was a question in the chat here.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is it? Somebody was asking if this also includes if that number for issue 1 includes reprints.
No, that was the initial number. The reprint number is through the roof. They're on their 10th reprint. That's unprecedented.
Yeah.
It's wild that it's not like it went up and then it just keeps like it's not going much further than issue 1 and it'd be impossible to do that, but it's not dropping, which is nuts.
Long tail, dude. It has that longevity.
Much like the Joker has a long tail.
Much like Marco has long balls.
It's true. Yeah.
I think that there is definitely something to be learned from this. But it also makes me think, and this may be a question that we need to evaluate later or whatever, but it makes me think, like, do we need to have a conversation about about Scott Snyder's place in the pantheon of the greatest comic book writers of all time?
Oh.
Well, I don't think we're there yet. But
Hold on. Let me digest that.
Because I'm not sure anyone else can do this.
Okay. Do you... Because I think there's also something to be said for Snyder's management over this line, including Absolute Batman, that is helping the line, that is separate from his writing duties. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's really important here. Because Snyder he's a showrunner essentially for the Absolute Universe.
Yeah.
And I think he's doing that at the same time. That's big. And I'm not sure he's on my Mount Rushmore of writers or even modern writers, but the fact that he's able to do that might put him on the Mount Rushmore of like important people in comics.
That's where I'm thinking. Like this is a conversation of like a best, comics industry people, like comics creator industry people. This is a Kirkman kind of level of integration and control.
Yeah.
This is Jeff Johns now has his Ghost Machine type thing. Like that I think is where he falls in. Oh man, that's a good question.
Definitely best Batman writers for me, for sure.
Because I guess for me, when I evaluate this kind of thing, I think about quality, and I think Scott Snyder has largely produced quality in his career, but I also think about the way it connects with the audience, and that's sales. So for me, because Scott Snyder has proven himself to be at this moment in time, and there are naysayers who could say, "Oh, well, it's Batman." No. At this moment in time, he is managing to sell better than almost anyone.
To the point of it's Batman, I would argue, in my eyes, I feel like Chip Zdarsky is maybe a better creator that enjoy and like than, let's say, a Scott Snyder, and he wasn't able to sell through the kind of hyper book up until a certain point, the same way that Scott Snyder is doing so.
And also, well, the point Scripture make about he made about I've only loved him on Batman. I guess he can't be the goat unless everything he writes is gold. I think everything he writes is gold is like a huge hurdle. Like nobody bats 100, right? But also, Scott Snyder has had books that were incredible and did well. American Vampire is one of
Yeah.
my favorite books. I love The Wake. I thought The Wake was awesome. I go as far back as Black Mirror, and point to that as like, yo, Scott Snyder's been killing it in comics since what,
Well,
2010,
yeah.
2009?
Witches,
image stuff, like
Undiscovered Country,
Undiscovered Country.
which is a long running book.
We have
he
Demons.
he was going to be the future of comicsology, all of Scott Toper.
Well-
Like he had, he has the, I think, acumen for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Acumen. Using those
Right.
fancy ass corpo words
The
there.
business acumen.
I personally think I have to reevaluate the way I feel about Scott Snyder. Because for me, I think I have him on my DC Mount Rushmore, but I don't think I have him on my like overall. But now I think he's got to be a part of that conversation. I think he does. Or at least not on the list, but inside of the conversation. He's valid now for that talk.
Yeah. I smell a tier list of most important contributors in comics.
Today or all time?
Ooh.
All time, I have a very difficult time doing that.
No,
And
no,
that would
no.
include a lot of non-creators too.
Yeah. I think it would have to be like today, and you cap at like 30 creators.
30. I thought we were doing Mount Rushmore.
And Marco
No,
said tier list.
I said
Oh,
tier
I'm
list.
sorry. Oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if I had to say like top 4 modern creators, Scott Snyder is 100%
Probably up there.
in that.
Yeah.
In my Mount Rushmore.
Scott, Mark right now.
You guys want to do it?
No, I don't like. Oh,
Oh, stop it, dude. We've done mad fucking Mount Rushmores.
I thought we were talking about the tier list still. Okay.
No, just like
I don't know if
Mount-
Snyder gets into my top 4, like my Mount Rushmore of
modern.
modern creators. Yeah, I have to really think about it.
Okay. Like I said, I don't think he needs to be on the list. I do think he needs to be considered.
His name comes up in my head for sure.
Yeah. Jay says Absolute is an initiative we've never seen.
Ultimate Marvel original is similar.
Yeah, it's essentially the same idea. The biggest difference materially is that it doesn't have any, or that Ultimate didn't have any tether to mainline at all when it was originally created.
And Ultimates probably had a drop about a year in terms, like it's not doing what Absolute Batman's doing in terms of sales, where it's still going.
No.
That
I think
first year, I got to imagine there was some kind of drop, like a normal comic would be.
You're talking about first wave OG Ultimate universe, right? Yeah. Well, Ultimate Spider-Man, contrary to popular belief, was not a crazy seller.
Oh, you meant OG Tyler?
Yeah,
OG.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
No, I don't care about the current Ultimates.
Yeah, I would say Ultimates is the blueprint for this.
Yeah.
And then of course you have the New 52, which was a revolution. So I don't think that Absolute is revolutionary. I just think it's doing that concept in a way that fits the time we live in and fits what readers want. Readers do not want what they love to go away in favor of some new hot shit. They want both.
And it also has the benefit of hindsight of what came before it.
Yeah.
Like Snyder was cooking this up for a while. We heard creators talking about this before it was ever announced. We've talked to them. We knew like this was coming for at least 2 years before it started.
I wish we could say who told us. Like who confirmed it for us? We can't say that.
No,
I wish
we
could say it.
knew Absolute Batman was coming.
We did, but like the like, hey, yeah, I know about this too from a major creator. Crazy.
Confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah. Order of Dylan said, and I think this is such an interesting point. Said this before: the fact that Court of Owls won't even be his biggest contribution
Yes.
to Batman now is wild.
That is big. Yeah, because the thing that I love about Snyder is that I loved his Batman run. Court of Owls and Endgame slept on, were like, man, this guy is going to be known as one of the best Batman writers out there because of this long ass run that was consistent throughout. Sure, there may be little dips here, but that's preference. And then Absolute Batman comes out. I'm like, all right, it's going to be more of the same. And it's not at all. It's wildly different and arguably even better. It's like, whoa, that is impressive.
Yeah, I agree.
C.W. Gordon, I agree. Jim Batts is overhated. I like Jim Batts.
Oh, he was
Batts is
awesome.
great.
What?
I love that
Why
stuff.
would people hate that?
Dude, super heavy, right?
Super
Yes.
Heavy is
That shit's
phenomenal, man.
so good.
Oh my god, dude. I personally like the run more from that point forward. Not because I prefer Jim as Batman necessarily. I just think it was more interesting. And I love what he was doing with Bruce at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked how they just shaved his mustache off and he's 20 years younger.
Yo, my man was getting it done. I don't understand that. I always thought Jim Gordon was borderline geriatric. He was
Same.
leaping off rooftops and shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The tech. That's all you need. You just need some tech.
True. Yeah. That was nuts. But look at this. Faux Paco says Court of Owls was the first comic I ever read. Well, that's the first comment I've ever read from you. Thank you for being here. But I'm sure a lot of people's first touchstone in modern sense with Batman is Scott Snyder.
Yep. 100%.
Compact comics.
Yeah.
The initial New 52 run. This now Absolute. That's it. Scott owns Batman in the modern sense.
Death of the Family being someone's first Joker comic is wild.
It is.
Yeah, dude. But huge. Like he has that legacy and that impact, and now he's doing it thrice over.
Yep.
Second time being Scott Tober, right, Marco?
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
And then think about this. His run with Capullo, of course, who is just as important to all of those comics. Their run together is the last Batman run that pretty much everyone agrees was like at least strong. I rarely come across a Snyder hater of that run. I've seen people who are lukewarm on it, but generally speaking, that's the last time people agreed like, whoa, this was something.
Yeah. It definitely helped because the rest of the New 52 line was kind of, peaks and valleys.
Yes.
So I think in comparison, it definitely looked good. But yeah, I mean, what do we have after that? King?
You had King, which some people really love.
I do.
But it's controversial.
Yeah.
You have Tynan, I believe Williamson, or maybe it was Tynan first, whatever. Williamson, Tynan.
It was Williamson first, but it was like barely it was an arc. Yeah.
Cup of coffee. But Tynan's run, I don't feel like it's divisive. I just think it's kind of like it happened.
I'm a big fan, but it was kind of a flash in the pan. Even though it is long, and it was like bi-weekly or something like that.
It's a lot of issues, but it wasn't a lot of time.
Yes. Yep.
Then after that, though, it was Chip, right?
Yeah.
And we all know, oh my God, Jeff Loeb and fucking Jim Lee are stinking up the joint. And Matt Fraction and Jimenez are doing very well, but their run is in its infancy. So when you go back, Snyder's the last time that we all agreed, for the most part, like, this is solid. So he owns Batman in the modern lens, and they need to fucking get on it with an Absolute Batman animated, and just send him to space. Just send him to space. Just get it done.
No, Chip already did that when he came back down to Earth. Remember?
Send Scott to space.
Oh, got it. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh man, we'll hang out for a little bit longer. We got to play the GOAT game. We got to shout out the rest of our patrons. You guys are far from free, so don't think about going anywhere. We have retained over 100 listeners pretty much the entire time. You guys are beautiful for that. You don't know how much this means to me today. Scripture says, do you think Tynan can be the next Kirkman in terms of being a powerhouse creator-owned comic book writer?
That's another one that's in the like industry heads conversation.
I think that's TBD. I think it's looking good, but if Tinian stuff can be cross media and hit, that'll be key.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It needs to hit a cultural touchstone like the Walking Dead TV show and now Invincible.
However, let's make sure we're being honest to history. Kirkman was made a partner before he
True.
was a success outside of comics. So Walking Dead and Invincible had mainstream multimedia appeal and before or after he was made a partner. So I don't think that Tynan has to cross over in order to be at that level because that wasn't a requirement for Kirkman.
But Tinian's
I-
also in multiple publishers.
Well,
Like Something is Killing Children is huge, but that's what Boom.
Yeah.
Then you have what's the fucking
Exquisite Corpses?
Exquisite Corpses, yeah, which is multiple creators, but it is Tiny Onion.
Yeah.
That's an image. So it is like those books are huge. Those books are probably. I wonder if you could compare Invincible's numbers at the time to Exquisite Corpses numbers now, or Something's Killing Children when that was big.
100%.
They're probably comparable.
Like if you're strictly talking about before, Robert Kirkman was Robert Kirkman in the multimedia sense, absolutely.
Yeah, but I think the question was, can he be Kirkman now? And I think that's TBD.
Well, what Scripture said was, do you think Kirkman can be the next? Do you think Tynan can be the next Kirkman in terms of being a powerhouse creator-owned comic book writer? And from that lens, I don't think the answer can be anything but yes, because James Tynan is the only person who is outside the big two, who is in comics, who does creator-owned work that pops like him. He's the only person in creator-owned who has, not only big deals with multiple publishers in comics, but he also has big deals outside of comics now to write novels and books. James Tynan is that guy.
He is that guy. He is the only creator that comes late to a party, squatted up, dude.
I'll never forget that.
Whose party was it?
Image.
Kirkman's party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mogged.
Department of Truth needs an HBO treatment. Oh my goodness gracious.
I think that is. I would guarantee you that is probably in the thoughts. Because that thing may be a little too charged right now, especially where the book is.
No, perfect.
Hell yeah. Now's the time. Let's get it.
Hey, Netflix?
Do you know what's currently happening in the book, Marco?
I have no idea.
Oof. Well, there's a certain orange guy in the book right now.
Nice.
Hey, listen. That can work.
It ain't gonna be a Paramount.
I watch an anime podcast. I watched an anime podcast. They recently got into comics. They were kind of lukewarm on Marvel DC, but loved all the Tynan stuff. Guess I need to read more indies. Tynan he's number one with a bullet. In the indie space, even Robert Kirkman's name, like right now, publishing comics is not as big as Tynan's name.
Yeah.
All right. Congrats to Absolute Batman. Congrats to the creative team. Congrats to you guys for getting us over the goal. Means we get to play the GOAT game, but not yet. We have one last thing to do before we do that, and that is that I am going to shout out the rest of our lovely patrons. Do not go anywhere. I would really love to see the viewer numbers stay over 100 when we play the GOAT game. I know that's lofty, but that's what I want. And you're not free, so really you shouldn't be going anywhere. I'm the sheriff. I'll show up at your door if you leave. I hope that's not an incentive for anyone. You don't want me at your house. Thank you to Amin, the Almighty Perez, Houston, the Century Kid Murphy, Peter, Living Lightning Electrics, Young Dende, Faye Fighter Dawoody, Shalom, Paladin Warburg, Cosmic November, Carter the Owl Shogunate, my guy, Steve Swarm Canara, Scripture, the Wardens of the Word, Jack of Some Trades, Cloutier, Chris the Cure, Coleman, Emperor MD Johnny, Joel Justice. I hope you're doing well, Joel. Mad Max Pliskin. I mentioned him earlier, returning to the Pals versus Jasper, the Gasper, Eddie. Thank you so much to all of you wonderful people. If you want a nickname and a shout out on this show, joining the Patreon is the only way to get it. It is the holiday season. If you are in the giving spirit, you want to give to your boys, we always give back to you. Thank you all so much. Let's play the GOAT game.
Cool.
Let's get it.
All right, let me hide the slide here. Okay, let's pick a random. Is it not? Oh man, why isn't it doing it? Hold on a sec.
Nir, I was supposed to go watch FNAF 2 yesterday. I'm definitely going to catch it. I'm so excited for that movie.
Ooh, it is not been
FNAF?
reviewed well.
Yeah.
Okay,
FNAF?
it's not the thing isn't scrolling for some reason. I don't know why it's broken, so I'm just gonna click the button and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's a Sean Solo episode.
No
Again?
way.
Gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and then next here, let's pick a random character. Oh, this is scrolling. Okay, that's good.
I'm going to get fucked.
You might. Oh no, you got an easy one. You got Thanos.
Oh! All right.
I mean, he's fucking. Talk about Morgan. That image I picked is sick.
Teed me up. Well, do I have 45 seconds worth of things to say about Thanos? Yes, I do.
Easily. World's best incel.
Here we go. Wow. Here we go. Thanos is my favorite Marvel Comics villain, which makes him the best Marvel Comics villain. I have been a lover of Thanos, yes, since before the MCU. Thanos' real motivation is death, which means that Thanos is a simp. Thanos can appreciate a snow bunny just like I can. Death is completely white. We have the same taste. But you know what else? Thanos is a galactic pirate. He's not just about getting rid of half the population. He's about that plunder, baby. Thanos is powerful without any Infinity Stones. People forget this. He can go toe-to-toe with the Hulk with no stones. He fought Black Bolt with no Infinity Stones. Thanos is the biggest threat to the Marvel cast if he gets that gauntlet. There you go.
Boom. Damn, dude.
Yes, no. Well, yes or no is fine. Yes. All right. Yes or no, did I sell you on why Thanos is the greatest of all time?
I love the consistency of the polls for the GOAT game. Marco just
Trying stuff out.
Marco 51st dates it every time he's on the show.
Damn, I didn't even get to talk about the Black Order.
They're their own thing. Remember, we already pulled that one.
That's true. But like he established that. Like I like that he did that. Oh well. My time is up.
He was like Jed McKay before Jed McKay. Establishing a team of villains for our heroes to fight against.
I hate that. Thanos looks so goated in that pick. Hell yeah. He's chilling hard. Harris says FNAF 2 wasn't too bad. It was trying to course correct too much. So are you a fan of the property, Harris? Because I need to hear from those people. I don't trust anybody who doesn't care for FNAF. You have to love it.
No filthy casuals.
Nah, you gotta love it.
Speaking of movies, I'm going to go see the new Knives Out tomorrow. That should be fun.
There's a new Knives Out?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I love Knives Out. Wait.
It's Dead Man something. What's it called? It's called Wake Up Dead Man.
Wow.
Yeah, a nice 2-week window for movies, so I got to go quick.
Oh, and then 2 weeks at dude.
It'll be out by Christmas, I think, on Netflix. Yeah.
Have a nice steak, little glass of wine. Oh, yes, I love it.
You can do that at theaters now.
I don't want to do that in theaters. People be farting and shit. I want to sniff my own farts. Thank you very much.
I don't want to listen to people chew loud as fuck on
hate that
steak and various food. Now, mind you, I'm eating popcorn the whole fucking.
Oof. Which movie theater has the best popcorn, Sean?
So I think the answer is, what is that? 66th Street, the real IMAX in New York.
Oh, Lincoln Center.
Lincoln Center.
Yeah.
That's the place that I prefer the popcorn the most.
Okay. I saw someone do a popcorn trick the other day, real fat boy stuff. Did I tell you this?
No.
They put the butter in the popcorn, right? On the self-serve butter. And then he took one of the condiment containers and put butter in that so that when you're halfway through, you re-butter.
Oh my God. The re-butter.
I used to do a straw inside the popcorn and then you put the butter in the straw so it goes into the middle section.
Oh,
Right.
interesting.
These are fat boy tactics, Marco.
Interesting.
Yo, I need an easy way to rebutter, bro, because that is a problem.
Condiment container, like where you put the ketchup in.
Yo, oh my God, dude, that is so genius.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. When I go see Five Nights at Freddy's, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Um, Patrick Zay says the best popcorn comes from the local places. I am a mainstream pleb. I have never been to a non-chain.
Really?
I never, ever.
Wow. I only go to non-chain places. I like to support small businesses.
I like so
Yeah, right.
I like fucking corpo shill. I think the best popcorn is at the Nighthawk Cinema. There's Prospect Park in Williamsburg. They do like the Nighthawk popcorn, which has like citric acid on it. Is
Interesting.
delicious. It's like an extra tang and saltiness. Oh my God, so good.
I want to go to the cartoon thing one day. The Saturday morning cartoons and cereal.
Oh yeah. But we do the show, so
I know.
too bad.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Better not miss the fucking show for that. We already know what you're willing to miss the show for. Luna asked a question, and I would like us to answer it quickly for Luna. What are your thoughts on DC Instagram dedicated to comics?
Cool.
So DC recently launched an Instagram account that is comics purely. I think that is a great thing. I think there needs to be more of a focus on comics, and there should not be accounts that are dedicated to like all of DC or all of Marvel. Like it should be segregated because people need to know where these characters come from and that it is a separate entity. Yes, there are movies. Yes, there are comics. They're not the same.
Wow.
They actually started posting. Remember when I used to do the reels announcing what we're doing for the show, and it would be like a stack of comics. They're doing literally that every week for their new DC comics.
That's amazing.
So you're welcome, DC. Fucking stealing my whole flow. God damn.
They should
Hey,
at least pay you.
I'll take it.
Ted H is a follower. Ted H, I see that comment you posted. Look at that shit. That's crazy. I just started following.
It's not just Instagram too. I think they have it on Twitter and Threads, like
TikTok probably. Smart.
Yeah, just like a separate social media account for the comics.
Right.
Steve Canera said, I like my popcorn flavored with Sour Patch Kids. That's just nasty, bro.
Oh, come on, Steve. That's the
on,
most
Steve.
I've judged you for anything.
You're such a troll.
That's like people who put like gummy worms in their ice cream.
What?
Yeah, people do that. I think it's gross.
Yeah, and chocolate only belongs on ice cream. Too much like
The gummy freezes.
It gets hard. It's too sugary too, I think.
What kind of teeth do you have?
No thanks.
That's bugged out.
Order of Dylan said Steve's going to be tweaking by the second trailer.
Neon Knight, that's a great point. I never have thought of that, dude. Used to work at a movie theater. Ask to layer the butter. Fill popcorn to 1/3, add butter, repeat.
Fucking
I feel
Starbucks
like
ass order.
I feel like at AMC on 42nd Street, if I asked for that, they would look at me, fucked up.
Yeah.
Especially since all of it's self. You just do it yourself now. They don't like
That's
there's
what I was
anyone
gonna
who's
say.
buttering your shit anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Sadly, it's
You have
it's
to-
such bullshit.
You have to walk away and go use the machine. You can't do it otherwise. Because then you have to be like, hold on, give me 1 sec.
Imagine.
And the
walk
worst
over.
part is like when it's crowded and you have to butter your popcorn, and like I like a lot of butter on mine, but like there's a guy waiting behind me, and I'm thinking like, this guy probably thinks I'm a fucking fat ass right now.
But meanwhile, he's behind you. He's like, hurry up, that's just soggy already. Let me get mine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. He's saying.
Shub, I saw that comment. I don't know why you deleted that shit.
What did it say? What did it say?
He said, edibles in the popcorn. Drugs are banned where I live. First of all, you better watch that drug talk. Your government is watching you, sir. Second of all, edibles in your popcorn. What movie are you getting through?
Wicked. You probably need edibles to be able to see that sex scene. Yikes.
But see, it's gonna take too much time. I have I guess I have a fast metabolism for it, but still, that's like an hour in, then I start to feel it.
Wait, feel it how?
The
edibles?
Oh, okay. I
Not,
thought
not the
all right.
popcorn farts.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
I mean, I might feel the popcorn. Send me to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, he's getting the extra scratch on the way out.
Popcorn.
I have to only get small orders of things because it does actually upset my
Oh,
tummy.
you got a whittle Tommy.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I get the small
no.
drink, and it's still like 18 ounces.
Yeah, that's called a twink, not a drink.
I'm able to. We're able. Me and Jade are able to split all of things for one order. Like, the sizes are
No.
insane.
I get 2 orders. Oh, Sean, you want to read that super chat there?
Oh,
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why
Yeah.
not? We got a $2 from loyal CC guy.
Looks like that might be Elon himself.
Says, please say hi, CG. We are saving comics. Hey, dude. Thanks for the $2.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you giving to the cause. I don't see any reason for there to be like hostility. It feels like maybe that's what you're trying to get out of this. But as far as I'm concerned, hello and thank you.
Thank you.
That's all.
yeah.
Um,
Send a little more.
hey, keep
Why not?
sending it. Yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
Also,
Shout it out.
sign up to my Kickstarter. No, I'm just-
Mind you, don't take what I said to mean we're down with your cause. 1000%
oh no,
not.
fuck Comic Skate.
Yeah. But despite that fact, you as a human being,
Sure.
right? Like organization aside, you as a human being could find a place here. There's no reason why you couldn't. I don't know you, but you gave us $2, so thank you. I don't know. You should hang out here. You should hang out here and you should
Yo.
see what the vibe is like. Maybe you'll like this place.
You might learn something.
CW Gordon, CG can't even scrape enough together for a wheel spin. Yikes. That's crazy.
Here says
Well,
bait,
look.
bait could be better. You know.
The tactics used to work a lot better before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question to ask. Loyal CC guy, come on, dude, please. He's not a powerful person. I'm not worried about him at all. What is he gonna do? Make a video about us as if that hasn't happened before?
Yeah, we know him already.
Oh,
The funny thing is, you know what's so fucked up about that too? If you would have asked me 10 years ago, this is no bullshit. If you would have asked me 10 years ago who my favorite artists are, his name would have
10
been
years
one
ago?
of them. Well, maybe more than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I just, but like maybe more than that. But like his name would have been on that list. So the fact that one of my favorite artists, like just from a pure quality standpoint, at a time when there was quality in the art, made a video about me is kind of nice. I wish more of my favorite creators would make videos about me.
let it loose.
Yeah. Powerful enemy. You got to be crazy, dude. You think, what am I worried about?
Yeah.
Got that, rubbing that orb. You've made a powerful enemy tonight.
You're going to put a curse
Imagine,
on me, dude?
imagine glazing someone that bad.
Dude,
Like,
let's
that's
just
not
be
even
honest.
you.
Right, exactly. Exactly. You're talking about someone else. Like that's my life is such, right? That there is absolutely nothing you could say to me that would be a greater problem for me than what my life is like. So
Jesus,
like
Sean.
who cares? This is like I live in real life. You're talking about shit that happens on the internet. I couldn't give a flying fuck about that.
Internet shooters ain't got nothing on comparison.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a worse threat to myself than EVS is to me.
Huh.
Come on.
Come on,
Let's be real.
guys.
I was trying to be nice. I don't know what the
They've made a
the
huge
hostility
enemy,
is.
Sean,
I'm sorry.
and
Oh,
and
God.
my daddy. I'm telling my dad on you.
You will
that
hear
same,
about this.
That's that same energy, buddy.
Yo, he works at Nintendo, dude. He's gonna watch
I'm just
out.
saying, like, there's so much better you could do with your energy and time.
He will hear about this. Oh, CG is not holding back anymore. This channel is done. We will be watching hard to make sure you follow TOS now. Okay.
bro. And then he pulls one of these. He pulls one of these.
We.
God, I love having little pets in the chat.
Oh my
Keep
God.
him in here. He's not saying anything like bad. Like
Nice, just chilling, just chilling.
he's just a little pet, you know. Local CG guys here. All right, cool. What's up, buddy?
And super chats go up to the front in comments. So
This is Jay says you got to be trolling. Like, could it be a character? I'm down with that. If it's a character, I would love to have a character CG guy in the chat. Like, all right, like,
Yo.
or what's the opposition think? You know, like how Fox News has what's her face on the panel, like the token liberal, and she
Yeah.
has to like be there,
Yep.
and like she just has to yell into the abyss. Oh yeah, we can have him on the chat. Yeah, hang out, see a local CG guy. You're welcome here. Please join us.
Join the Patreon. You get a super villain or superhero name.
A super
We
villain.
haven't done a villain name in a while, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a villain in a bit.
We're the new Eric July. Who is Eric
That
July
has
again?
to be troll, dude. That has to
Yeah,
be troll.
this is if this is troll, well done, really well done.
Oh my god, that's funny.
This guy's giving like Randall from Recess energy.
Your word, yeah. Careful, I'll tell Mrs. Terwilligers on you.
But I love it. You think we play? I don't know, dude. I don't think about you. That's the thing. I don't
Word,
care.
bro.
what you do.
You're playing right now.
I'm living my
We
life.
don't
like,
talk about what I'm interested in. It's so secular. It's so siloed. It's like, all right, cool. Play like that's your comics. Have fun. It's not in my shops, so.
all right. We've played with the troll enough. Do what you will. I don't care. Yeah, we've had a great day. This has been a tremendous stream. We still have over 100 people with us.
Yeah.
That is remarkable.
It's people,
Really,
it's people doing oppositional research on us.
Yeah.
He's already tried with us, dude.
Whatever you
Yeah,
say,
all
bro.
right.
What is it gonna amount to? What do you like? Who do you think you are, man? Your life is sad. All your life revolves around one man. Like,
Well, at least two. Elon's in his profile pic, so
oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
embarrassing.
yeah.
Yo, his next project. Sent you the link. Let us know, bro. Let us know. I sent you the link. That's that. Tell us what he got.
This has been a very fun stream. Thank you all so much. It's been incredible. I know, Jay. I wish it didn't have to end either. Trust me. But it does. We will be back on Monday, live at 6 p.m. for the Radiant Black Book Club. We'll be reading issues 1 through 6 and 25 through 30. So not a ton of books, but we are going to get that out there. And then after this, I'll get the nomination threads up so you guys can cast your nominations for the book club, Vertigo Book Club. And then Thursday, we're right back here live at 8 p.m. Eastern with Palace Polls. And then it's Saturday again, and we're doing this live again. Y'all are free now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until next time. Peace, pals.